What's up, everybody? Non-Canon File. I was like, what episode is it? Oh my god, oh my god. Non-Canon File 2019 Banter Awards. I am one of your 6 co-hosts today, Tanner, and with me, as per usual, are...
It's pleasantly Pat.
Super, super tiny feet, Colt. My feet are so tiny, please don't look at them.
You better watch out.
Wenzel, Little Chicken Wilkie.
It is Comida Cody.
Stop looking at my feet. I can see it.
That's...
Wow, shit, your feet are tiny.
God!
Well, what are those? Like a size 7? And today we're doing our 2019 Banter Awards. It's our the second annual Banter Awards, actually. So this is where we go through. There's no arguing here. We just kind of talk about some of our favorite things throughout the year that maybe don't fit into some of the other categories, or talk about things that do fit into some of the other categories but don't fit in the way we're talking about them. And our categories are as follows. We have added some new categories this year. There's 2019's Best Old Thing, 2019 Made Us Emotional, 2019's 2020's Most Anticipated Thing, Best Anime Moments of the Year, Food of the Year, Show of the Year, Lad's Choice, and a favorite AYCH episode of 2019. I think we can all do with a little bit of back patting at the end. Even though I didn't add the category. So I guess we're just going to go in order from category, go thing by thing, and just talk about some of our favorite things this year.
Sure.
But we can still argue, right?
I mean, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I like it better than you do.
Yeah, I'm going to dogpile on probably Tanner. I'm just going to beat the shit out of Tanner.
How are you going to do that, tiny feet?
My feet are tiny, but I can beat you with my 10-inch hands.
I don't like Colt's anatomical bit.
Spoiler for Food of the Year. Somebody put White Claw. We are having an internal investigation.
Nobody knows who put it.
We are investigating because two of us definitely.
It was Cody.
I think it might have been me.
2 of us definitely did not put it in here. 2 of us, and I mean Colt and me. We're the good boys.
Yeah, that's debatable.
Oh, fuck you, Pat.
Heyo.
Get HR up here right now.
Remember when I said no arguing?
I am the...
Was that HR?
Yes.
So I'll start because the first thing for 2019's Best Old Thing I put. Sorry,
Not a cough.
that was not a cough.
Do you ever have do you guys have those moments? I'm eating burgers, by the way.
No,
He's
he's
a burger with a fork and a knife.
He's not even eating a burger at this point. He's eating like a fucking salad.
He's eating a meatloaf.
You know what he was doing? He was rubbing his knife on the burger and licking the knife like a freak.
I'm horny. What do you expect? Y'all go ahead.
You got something to say.
Oh yeah, whenever do you ever have those moments when you get nervous and then you go to cough and it's actually you gagging and almost throwing up? Yeah,
No.
that happened to me yesterday.
That didn't happen to me, but okay.
I was like, is that what happened to you just now? Are you nervous to be on? This is Wenzel's first podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the first thing I put was Tetris, and this stems from.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't care.
Tetris 99 came out this year. I've played a lot of fucking Tetris this year. I've also there's like a free game you like play on your browser. I've played a lot of that at school and work as well. And I never really I got Tetris, but I was never really interested in Tetris prior to this year. And man, it's like the most relaxing thing ever. Like
I bet.
Like after like a long day, like I'd go home, and the fact that it's on my Switch is just phenomenal. And I would just go home, sit down, play some Tetris, either on my computer or on my Switch. And then Colt let me play Tetris Effect one time, and I had an emotional reaction, which I did not expect, because it's just a bunch of bright lights and pretty colors, dolphins, and really good music. And I still haven't got Tetris Maximus yet after like 100 hours in the game. And yeah, I just wanted to give a moment to reflect that Tetris is really fucking cool.
That's cool. Yeah, that sounds like you had fun.
I love Tetris.
Did not realize we were putting things on this thing. I thought we were adding Banter Award categories and not actually putting things on this list.
Cody, I've accepted the fact that you can't read.
Yeah. Also, we saw Star Wars at 7:05.
Is there 7 of us?
I told Colt this, and now I think this is even a bit. I need to carry with me at all times banana and mashed potatoes to throw at people.
Oh yeah, you spray balls.
Just bananas and mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
just spray it at them.
Oh no, not like mashed potatoes in a bag, banana in my pocket.
I need one of those bags to be cloth where like there's tiny holes that you could swing around and it like goes all over the place.
Well, like I want because this is a good moment where I would pull out the bag, get the mashed potatoes, and throw it at Cody.
I don't even know what bit they're talking about.
This isn't a bit.
This isn't a bit.
This isn't a bit. I think
Like-
Wendell just wants mashed potatoes.
No, I want mashed potatoes to throw.
To throw.
Thank you.
Pat, I think the next thing on your
I'm
list.
dumbfounded right now.
Aren't we all?
The next, I think they are. My ass can't read. No, I can't see. That's what it is.
Oh, Pat just realized he's blind.
It was a long night last night. But the next 2 points are mine. 2 things I kind of came into this year that I didn't expect to was one was the Marvel property Ghost Rider. 'Cause it all stems from last 2 years. I was a character I talked about last year called Cosmic Ghost Rider, which is like another interpretation of Marvel's Hellspawn motorcycle riding character. But Cosmic Ghost Rider is like the spacefaring, and it's like if you haven't had a chance to read it, I would recommend it because it's just batshit insane and it's so much fun to read. But then I started actually looking into the regular Ghost Rider character. It's like, oh wow, he's this really silly, like I don't know, like this antique of like this era of comics that's not really around anymore. So like it's like this weird sort of like ironic thing, and now it's like a genuine appreciation for how strange he is. Winslow's trying to stab me with imaginary.
I thought he was kneading like a cat for some reason.
I am kneading, but I'm also telling you to push it closer to the mic.
I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Wendell just doing like this. I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah, he's trying to get me off my game.
Yeah, I like to knead.
And the other one is my sister turned me on to this one. It's a drag queen, Trixie Mattel. They're on YouTube and they're a musician too, and they're super funny. And I love their music. It's like this folksy country music style, and I really enjoy her music. And she has this sort of style about her drag that's like very reminiscent of like Barbie dolls and like old plastic dolls. She has like this really like harsh, almost I don't know, unnatural appearance whenever she does drag, but it's a nice aesthetic, and her music takes a lot of cues from like Dolly Parton and other sort of like big personalities in country music. And actually, her album One Stone came out last year. It's actually my favorite album this year. I listened to it like crazy this year, and it's a great. It has like, because she's known for comedy, but her songs are actually like very like poignant and emotional, and just very nice to listen to. So those are like 2 of my favorite things I sort of discovered this year.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Pat. I was gonna say about Cosmic Ghost Rider though. I saw one panel. I'm not gonna say what is. I saw one panel from it. Absolutely batshit crazy. Yeah, like it's a fight scene.
Yeah.
Fucking insane. Like I was like, what the fuck?
It's like the Cosmic Ghost Rider is an absolute trip to read. Even if you're not big into Marvel, it's still just an experience to read.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely like a solo thing. You could definitely pick up. I love the design of Cosmic Ghost Rider. He looks so sick.
He looks badass.
Yeah.
I even have one of Pat's art pieces on my wall of Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Which I'm like, man, you lucky bitch.
Like we have a friend with a Cosmic Ghost Rider tattoo that looks really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And like I'm not huge into reading comics at all or anything.
Okay, bully
and,
us.
Yeah, I fucking hate comics.
Yeah, and like, but the excitement that like Patrick and just other people in our friend group have had about Cosmic Ghost Rider actually got me
Makes
to pick
me
up,
want to actually read it.
Well, and like I picked it up, and like no, it's everybody read Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah, he picked it up, but he did not read.
I looked at it.
I don't know if you know this about Tanner, but he buys media and then never
That's false, unless they're very cheap games. Let me tell you all about Anthem.
How many? Okay, right now on your shelf, how many games do you have?
60 probably.
On that shelf, how many have you played more than an hour?
Probably most of them. I usually give a game like 2 or 3 hours.
But how many of those games are Death Stranding?
One.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Actually, technically, Death Stranding is on my desk and not on my not on my shelf.
Specificity is key, Wenzel.
Loophole. But yeah, comics are cool.
Comics are cool, I guess. One of the things this year that I decided to get into, like I've always heard good things about it, but I've never really thought about getting into it until this year. I bought Ace Attorney when it was on sale for like $17. It was the trilogy remastered version or the re-release for console that was originally on the DS. Games are really, really fun. It's like a visual novel, which I don't know if you guys know about Ace Attorney. If you don't, it's a visual novel where you try to solve cases as an attorney, and it is wacky, some fun, and just really cool. I wish that they would release the 3DS games already, because they are super, super fun.
And Ace Attorney is a very anime series. There's like all these like very vibrant, flamboyant characters, and Phoenix Wright is like he's the main main protagonist of the first series, and he has this anime hair, and he has like a psychic medium as his friend. Like he has a rival that has like this visor on his face that looks like Cyclops, and he's like it's a very like outrageous series.
Yeah, it's if you are into like a good, fun, wacky anime type story, I'd definitely give it a go.
I've been really wanting to play it.
Yeah, it seems like something like everybody here would really like.
It's
I'm
really
not
fun.
I'm not into justice.
It makes courtroom drama interesting.
Oh, I bet.
Sorry, Law and Order.
Yeah, because like there's points in it where you realize, wow, there are a lot of holes in what you just said, and you can like point them out to be like, but you just said that, and they're like, oh shit, and you can see them sweat, and then in the courtroom they'll have their breaking moment where they go from calm and like ready to lie and to like, oh my god, what the fuck do you say to me, you stupid bitch, shut up.
I was
real good.
thinking when you caught him in a lie, like, you just said your dick is hard, yet it doesn't look hard to me. Oh shit,
My dick's just small. They will do stuff like that. There is no hard dick in Ace Attorney as far as I know.
And then he gets a pen and
As
he's like,
far as I know.
and then he gets a pen and he's like, he starts poking it and he's like, get out. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know where that bit came from.
And also, my other thing on here is Gundam again, because this year I probably delved more into the suits than anything. I started the year off watching Narrative with Wenzel. We went and saw Narrative in theaters. Fucking amazing movie. If you haven't anyways, if you've seen Unicorn, it was a wild ride because you get to see a familiar face at the end that I was really happy to see.
Yeah, that was crazy. And the suit that he was in, absolutely fantastic. I haven't built it yet, but it's known as the silver. It's the Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet suppressor.
Suppressor
there is
variant.
another.
There's the
version.
original Silver Bullet, but this is the suppressor version, which is way more badass. Very cool.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest high grades, because it is not the biggest. Very cool. I got into my first real grade kit this year, which is basically master grade kits, but tiny, which I feel like they are harder than master grades to put
Real
together.
grades?
Oh, yeah.
Real grade, yeah, it's in the name, real grade.
Yeah.
It's like building a real ass
But
mech suit.
it's basically the same thing. Like, there's no new additions. It's basically the same thing as a master grade.
Yeah, I haven't built.
This is over my fucking head.
I haven't built real grades. I wouldn't know. I just assumed like because it's real grade that like you're probably gonna be utilizing.
Can
more
y'all just do a
supply.
fucking Gundam episode already? We've been asking you two to do it for years.
Wipe me. Somebody wipe me.
Here's my thing. They have tried to convince me to build like a model for, and they're not. I mean, some of them are like really expensive, but I mean, if you want to build like a very basic thing, it's like what, $15,
11,
maybe 11
10.
bucks.
10, 11.
And like, I really want to do it, but man, like I don't know if I could sit and do it all in one sitting.
It'd take 2 hours.
I don't know if I could.
It'd be a good stream.
No, it would be, and like I really enjoy watching when they did it, their Gundam building streams, and like it's because it's really just like relaxed and like kind of chilled out. But man, because I have just shaky hands, I'd be nervous the whole I would like sweat my ass off.
Oh no! If you have shaky hands, you'll be fine. Just know every time I draw, I'm sweating because my hands are so shaky.
Oh yeah, I'm sweaty and shaky all the time.
He's vibrating right now.
Y'all need to get you.
Everybody's just really nervous right now.
Nah, we've been talking about bringing back the stream, just haven't.
Yeah.
Because I have so many kits I have not.
I was gonna
built.
say y'all both have a lot of
Yeah,
kids.
I've got like 23 I haven't built right now.
What the fuck?
I have.
I've been building at least one a month.
I have
all
like.
year.
I have like. I want to say 10, maybe more that I haven't built. And fucking my dad is just being non-discreet. He called me while I was taking a dump, and he was like,
I'm glad you put that in.
because it's I had to tell the truth, Tanner. I was sitting there and I get a phone call. I'm like, why the fuck? Who's calling me while I'm taking a dump? And I'm like, he's like, hey, I can't remember what names he said, but he's like, do you have such and such Gundam? I'm like, no. And he's like, okay, do you have this one as well? I'm like, no. He's like, okay, thank you. That's all I need to know. Like, okay.
I'm just imagining your dad. Hey, Winslow, you're not taking a dump right now, are you? Yeah, I am, Dad.
Yeah, who's calling me while I'm taking a shit? They should know.
But you should have known they were on FaceTime the entire time.
Oh, man. God. I just love how you put that in. Just like, I can't believe somebody had the audacity.
Because I feel like, because for some reason, every time I tell the story, I'm like, I have to tell the truth.
I just don't understand why you're like, I'm so pissed. Do they not know I'm taking a shit right now?
I'm gonna make it a point to wait till you're taking a shit to like talk to you.
See, but you're gonna lose me as a friend.
Winslow, you should get that app that lets you drop geolocators where you ever take a dump.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it's just all tags at his house.
But back to Gundam, though. Also, this year, too, every time... Well, there's this one store down in Pensacola, rest in peace. It's called Bobe's Hobby Shop. I was going to Repticon that day, and we were like, we asked Cole, me and my dad were like, hey, do you want to come with us to Pensacola to go to this hobby shop, because they do sell Gunpla. So we go down there, and I don't know, it's just remarkable when you have hobby shops, which there are very few, that sell Gunpla, because a lot of them, if you don't know, don't, because a lot of them are old men who don't
get with the times.
Don't get with the fucking
Only
times.
World War II tank.
Well, no, it's like most of the stuff is either cars, military vehicles, or ships, and then they think that like, oh, well, we have to get into, because a lot of kids are into RC cars, so they get into RC and airplanes and stuff, and it's like,
Kids don't give a shit about RC. They'll break it.
I mean, yeah, they get a lot of business for it, but again, like they still go out of business. So, but sadly, this was like a few weeks ago. Bobe's Hobby Shop is closing after 65 years.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does, because that's the closest place. Well, I should say there's another place now that sells Gunpla, but it was the closest place that sells Gunpla to us, and it's closing after 65 years, January 30th, 31st. And yeah,
are y'all gonna try to go again before it closes?
Yeah, we're gonna try. I don't know if you wanted to go.
I'll be down, but I gotta see it go away into the dust.
But yeah, and but no, recently though, and we went there as kind of like a little trip. Is in Hoover, there's a place called Model Box that just now started selling Gunpla, and they're getting more, and they have a dog.
They have a cute little baby angel dog that wants to be pet.
It's a brown lab called Toby.
I love Toby so.
And they have a
much.
sign that says Toby is on board.
2019 made us emotional.
You could buy a merch. They have merch for the dog.
They have merch. Yeah,
hey, that's
Smart. He's a mascot.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's so sweet. He's smart too. Fuck. It's kind of scary.
Great customer service.
He'll hand you a Gatorade bottle, and you have to give it back.
Yeah.
Height of intelligence.
No, he actually
smartest.
No, he actually is really fucking smart. That's why he's there. But like, it's just so. But like, he specifically loves.
He runs the store, actually.
No, we'll go in there and there's be nobody. It's just him. It's like, hello, Mr. Owner.
Well, it kind of
This is
reminds
a
me of
weird
that one
conversation.
little stand that there's like a clip in Japan of like this. It's just a little Inu dog runs it. Like he has a little open window where he sleeps, and then you go to the window and say, "I want that," and he'll give it to you.
I seen that, and that's man, the wonders of technology.
One more thing before we get off of Gundam. Gundam's turning 40 years old. The big 4-0, the midlife crisis, baby.
This year or next year, 2019 or 2020?
This year.
This year,
It's already 40 at this point.
yeah.
You missed it, Tanner.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They had a cool event where they're redesigning the original mobile suit, the RX-78-2, and it's gotten a weird round-ass body that I am super excited for. Probably going to release in America next month, but still very cool. They released a master grade Barbatos, and
Did you say Baruto?
Barbatos,
Okay.
or
I was thinking
Barbados, whatever.
Baruto.
Yeah. And
Fucking Naruto
I
shit.
absolutely love the Barbatos. It's probably one of my favorite mobile suits in all of Gundam.
Yeah, he has so many fucking Barbatos. It kind of makes me want to piss.
Yeah, I just want Mr. Gundam release more Iron-Blooded Orphan suits. Also release a season 3 or
Please.
anything else in that universe.
They did re-release that one series of Gundam that were like they're kind of wacky, like Devil Gundam.
Oh,
G
yeah.
Gundam,
What?
G Gundam.
G Gundam. Okay, I couldn't remember it. Yeah, G Gundam. They released those kits too, which is really sick. And I was gonna say, I saw Penelope at Barnes and Noble, and at first I didn't really care about Penelope, but fuck, I want Penelope.
Penelope's sick as hell.
It's like $74.99.
Okay, we're changing the name of this episode.
This is the Gundam episode.
This is what I've been caring about this year.
No, yeah. What you guys should do is, since you have a horde of fucking 50 Gundams you haven't built, you should spare 6 of the five to hand over to us for us to build on stream.
I'm sorry.
I'm not-
I would be very uncomfortable with building y'all stuff and fucking it up and be like, like.
I mean,
here.
I only built one model, and I was kind of afraid that I janked it up myself because I got a model of the Thousand Sunny, the pirate ship from One Piece, a couple years ago for Christmas, and it was fun to put together. But I feel like I didn't do it right, so like not all the pieces went in, but it was still fun.
That's good.
Yeah, like I just saying, the cheapest kit's like $10, and they are really slick. The cheapest kits are really cool. They're all from Gundam Wing, the Leo, the Sandrock. Well, the Sandrock's a little more expensive. Death Army just came out. Very cheap, very simple to read instructions because they're meant for beginners.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, even if like they're in Japanese, but like there's a visual aid, so it doesn't matter. And also, I was gonna say RX-78, the one I got you. That was literally
that was a
$10.
perfect beginner.
That's
one.
usually what everybody gets, and it makes sense.
Yeah, now I'm into it like a madman.
Yeah.
$4 billion in debt.
Somebody good at the economy, please help me. I spent $2,800 on Gundams this month. Are we ready to move on to our next little category?
No, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Does anybody? Yeah. Do you,
What?
do
We
you
all
have,
have stuff.
do you have a best old thing?
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I can come up with something. I guess as far as like old thing, over like the past few years, I've been getting into the television show Twin Peaks, and I finally finished it this year with the third season that came out a couple years ago. Really good shit. However, it is not for everybody.
No, I was 3 episodes in, and I was like, yeah, this is fucking me mad.
If you want to go back, it's a show that started in the 90s, and it has very 90s TV sensibilities. So there's some very like antiquated acting that's really kind of not good. But yeah, it was really good, especially this final season, which was wild to say the least. Especially part 8. If you could just watch that single episode, it's some of the probably the best episode of television.
Okay.
In a long time. The ending is really haunting, and I know that like right now there's some rumors that they're getting together to do a 4th season, which I'm kind of like, I'm excited, but where it ends, it's ambiguous enough to where I'm like, okay, it could end here. And
It's
I'd be
like
happy.
it's still satisfactory if it is left open.
I don't know if satisfactory is the right word, but yeah, let's go with that.
It's content. You're content with it being done.
Yeah.
What's your opinions on some publications naming the 3rd season of Twin Peaks as their movie of the decade?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, any TV show is no.
I don't know. It's weird because it's almost like an 18-hour movie.
Yeah.
But like at the same time,
You know, you're common 18-hour.
well, yeah. I mean, it's 18 episodes.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like maybe like a 10-episode run to wrap things up. Maybe fucking 18-hour. Fuck that.
Yes, it's 18 episodes.
That's a commitment.
Yeah, it took me a while to get through, but I don't know. Like it was, to call it like the best movie of the decade. Like, no.
Well, no, it's just weird how they'll just put movies in different places. Like
Right.
I remember on Letterboxd, Good Omens and on there, and that's a show, not
Yeah.
a movie. So I don't know how they like to structure these things.
Yeah, I've noticed this year they've added a lot more television shows to Letterboxd.
I hope they do it with more. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'd like to keep track of what the hell I've seen.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So,
I forget by the end of the year.
and they've added like a bunch of like television. I mean, there's like New Japan pay-per-views
wow.
on Letterboxd. Yeah,
Wow.
so
But yeah, if they want to add it to their list, I mean, more power to them. I mean, it was really fucking good. It's probably my favorite television show of the decade, if not of all time. So, yeah, that's Twin Peaks.
now Cody's like, fuck, I don't know anything.
I know. I have something.
Okay.
Shitbag. Do you have anything?
Oh no, you can go.
Okay. For me, it's kind of two things. The first thing, of course, is a song. One particular song that I've just been fucking obsessed with since I watched a certain show. Love My Way by I forgot their names. I just listened to them.
I've been
This is
obsessed.
why we write things
And
down.
by show, you mean movie?
My Way, huh?
And by show, you mean movie?
Yes. Yes. Since I watched Call Me By Your Name.
That was a very like unconfident yes.
It's like, yeah, I guess it was a movie.
Maybe. Which, by the way, I have Call Me by Your Name.
You bought it?
Yeah, I bought it. It was on sale on Barnes & Noble website for like $10.
Oh, yeah, I remember you.
And I was like, "What do you mean? Wait,
I think you mentioned it to me.
no, I did this yesterday.
Oh, okay, then never mind. That.
Yesterday night."
Yeah.
I stole it
was
from
there.
Barnes & Noble.
But
drove you.
Love My Way by the Psychedelic Furs. That song is just so fucking good. And it's just like been stuck in my head all fucking past 2 months. I got a hiccup, sorry.
Psychedelic Furs are really good.
But yeah, that particular song has been really on my mind lately. And there's one other thing that I had, but I can't remember.
Untouched by Veronica's?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
It wasn't
you're
a song.
bitch.
It was something else, and I can't remember what it was. But there you go.
Okay.
Oh, that's
No, I mean, I meant, I don't know. I can't really.
you do this thing where it looks like you're about to talk, and then your face doesn't move. Again.
I know. I love it.
You're just like,
I love doing
and then
that.
you just shrug your shoulder.
It's like my own like internal bit.
So are we ready to move on to 2019 made us emotional?
I don't know. Maybe.
So the first thing I added SARS on my, which if you don't know, SARS, we talked about it. It came out in spring.
What's this category?
2019 made us emotional.
What's this category?
I'm not talking to you again. It was SARS on mine, which I believe came out in the spring. Was it spring?
I thought it was winter.
It was winter or spring. I
It-
don't
it-
remember.
it-
It came out in the first half of the year.
No, it had to be spring.
Either way, it was cold.
It was early.
Yeah, it was early in the year. And we talked about it on our spring anime review. And the premise of the show itself is buck wild. Like these three kids like get transformed into kappas, and they have to like exorcise these demons. And like the first like 7 or 8 episodes are all pretty samey. It's like very basic plot.
But the way they exercise demons is through the asshole.
It's through the ass, yeah. But
Suck it out the ass.
they literally like
Well, that's part of the Kappa mythology that they would steal the spirit orb or like the person's life essence by reaching up the person's butt and pulling it out.
yeah, and like
Oh no, Kappa! Don't take my spirit.
and it's like very beautifully animated, but the last 3 episodes shit kind of just hits the fan and it becomes like this and like there's emotional moments all throughout the season that I don't want to give away yet because I want to use them for tomorrow for the actual proper awards. But the last 3 episodes changed the whole dynamic of the whole show in a way that is very interesting to me. Where like it just stops following that pretty samey formula and it actually becomes like an actual coherent show that like, because I mean you could dive into episode 5 of SARS on My and like get it as much as you
I
got.
feel like you missed the opening portions where it's talking about how you are cursed. I feel like that's kind of important.
Okay, you watch the first 15 minutes of episode 1, and then you don't have to watch any of the episodes 2 through 8 in order to get it. But then like episodes 9, 10, and 11 are just like a totally different show that I think everybody needs to watch. It's one of my favorite shows of the year, and it made me cry a bunch. Also has like the best closing theme of any anime in years.
Very good.
That song
has
is a banger.
the best music in the show too.
Yo, yeah,
Oh my god,
Yeah.
the 2 songs, the one wearing the little kappas and they're doing the little dance.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
they're doing the surfing. Like for like 6 months, I just had that song on repeat.
Yeah.
and then the song with the otters.
Yeah, the otter song's really good too.
That's like
That shit slaps.
Yeah.
Man.
No, the
dancing.
music
I was
in the
like-
show is really good.
Yeah, it gets you dancing.
What, Pat?
No, Pat's like, fuck, it's so good.
No, I realized that I forgot to add that to our best songs because it happened so early in the year.
Oh.
But man,
Well, we can all take the time to listen to it right now.
Stars on My, great show. I think everybody should watch it. It made me cry. The next thing on here, everybody kind of added besides Jonathan, who hasn't seen it yet. So
Jonathan's working his way through.
yeah, it's JoJo Part 5, which started last year. Actually, won our Anime of the Year last year. which
And
in hindsight's
honestly,
very funny.
we have to go balls in deep. So Jonathan, leave.
No.
Okay.
And it's so I want more Colt and Wenzel and Patrick to talk about JoJo because this was my first JoJo part, but I do want to get like my little piece in.
I've seen all but
Yeah.
half of part 4, so.
And then I just want to get my little piece in that I'm like, shit. Like, I kind of, part of me is scared to get into more JoJo just because, like, I'm scared either part 5's the peak and it's not going to get any better, or I'm not going to like part 5 as much. Like, it's just something
They are all equally just as good.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's,
Well, maybe not part 1.
No, part 1.
I think
Well, part one's just so different from the rest.
but like even then, it's like if somebody like I feel like people might have different tastes, and like if somebody genuinely likes part 1 but doesn't like everything else, like that's fine because they're all generally good. But I think like part 4, part 3 and up are like definitely like top tier.
Yeah.
I think part 2 is top tier too, but
Nobody cares about vampires.
I'm
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Vampires are part 3.
I know.
Because he goes on the house saying, nice! He's just a Jonathan Joestar.
Nice.
Oh my God, is Jonathan
It's Joseph Joestar, Pat.
No, but he's Jonathan Joestar.
But when he says nice, that's Joseph, bitch. I'll take you out.
Jonathan just says, "Oh, who fucking killed my dog?"
Wait.
If you're just be careful if you're like sensitive to animal death and
Araki hates animals.
Yeah.
because there's some gruesome shit.
Well,
Oh
like
my
in part 1, like when the main villain Dio, it's like, how do we show this guy's a piece of shit? He like fucking drop kicks a dog.
Just know
That's like the first thing he does on screen.
Just know in part 4 there's a guy, he's a criminal, piece of shit.
I think it's the first episode.
Yeah, that's first episode. Dog
What? He's pissing on
He-
pissing on the bad guy's leg like absentmindedly.
and then the guy is like, I don't blame the dog, so he hits the owner, but then he grabs the dog and bites the dog's face off.
And then spits the dog's matched up blood face in the owner's mouth.
Yeah, and is like, I don't blame the dog for this. Then why'd you fucking
Part 5 is really different.
You know, and I sent something to Colt a while ago of just random quotes from Araki, and it's just the funniest shit ever. Like Araki's like sounds like a fun dude. Like no, he just sounds so silly, and I love it.
Also, Dio sets spoiler for season 1. Dio sets a dog on fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah.
cooks it in
Yeah,
the
that
oven.
same dog he fucking kicks in the face.
Going to go and say spoilers for JoJo.
Everything.
Yeah.
on this.
Except for part 6 and up, because nobody else.
Nobody's seen that except for Colt. But yeah, like part 5, man. Like I've seen every part. I absolutely loved part 4. I consider part 4 my favorite. But now with part 5 and thinking about it, I think I love part 5 more because it's like you like in part 4 it's like you felt like that, yeah, it's the boys, baby, but then with part 5 it's like it's the motherfucking gang.
part I don't know. Part 5 definitely had the boys were back in town vibe to me.
Well, part 4 has that but with part 5 it's like it's more than that. It's almost like everybody is really horny and into each other. That's all of JoJo. That's all of JoJo.
That's an understatement.
But like this is like on a different level. Like Bucciarati is the mom, and then like Misa and Giorno are obviously in love.
I thought
Narancia
it was more brotherly, but
no, I think it's like. Well, I mean, there was even a part in there where Narancia was like, "Oh my God, Mista and Giorno are having sex." Not actually.
He was healing him.
Yeah, but like it was supposed to be an implication of like.
It's a sight guide that looks like one's blowing the other.
Yeah, but like, oh man, I just love them so much.
And plus, there's that moment in part 5 when Mista is
Bring it closer.
Is hurt, and Giorno, like, they do like this like couple gun hole thing to fight a bad guy.
Yeah, no. Mista's trying to take down Chocolata in the helicopter, and he's like, my bullets won't reach it, and he's like, well, let me help you, because he like he gives life energy to the bullets, but the way he grabs it is so sensual and it's so amazing.
Let me tell you, I don't think I've ever seen a big name anime be this horny.
You haven't watched the other parts of JoJo.
No, not the other. Yeah,
and it's just a horny that like I'm like, yeah.
But the thing is,
it's not an aggressive horny. I mean, it kind of feels like it's, I guess it's a pleasant horniness.
Like
I was gonna say subtle, but it's not
like,
really subtle.
It's not subtle, but it's like I have to give it to Araki, because something me and Colton talked about is like he's like, when it comes to like when he draws characters, like you get that whole cliche in anime where it's like, oh, he's definitely a main character. In this, everybody,
it's hard to find a main character.
It's like it's hard not to find a main character.
You can tell when someone's not part of the story.
Yeah,
but
like
everyone in the
everybody
story looks very unique.
Everybody's unique. Everybody has a different hairstyle, different clothing, and
super complicated outfits.
And that's what I love about Araki, because like he's definitely like into fashion, and it's like fucking amazing. And like also with the poses too, the poses. I can't get enough the poses, man.
JoJo is the most anime
for sure.
There. Like it is. If you took all the anime tropes and kind of condensed them into one show, this is it.
And then cranked it to 12.
And then just fucking cranked that shit up.
I have to say, while like I have not seen part 5, but y'all were worried you were going to spoil it for me. I had no idea what the fuck you were saying.
It was kind of funny, yeah.
And I was like,
I didn't know what he was saying for a minute. I was like,
And a lot of the gag for most of the year was us just doing JoJo poses. Oh yeah. And like one of the big moments is when like Giorno like reveals himself to Bruno with Golden Experience, and it's just like bam.
Yeah, nobody can see that.
Oh yeah,
well, hip out.
We have sent that gift to each other hundreds of times this year. It's like the go-to
It's just
response.
you and Tanner. I mean, Wenzel and Tanner.
But it's so good, motherfucker.
Me and Wenzel have sent that gift hundreds of times.
But I will say, me, Pat, and Tanner have sent the Josuke, which
we just like hip thrust, like
which is good, great. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's 10 out of 10.
But
specifically,
it's a perfect exclamation on like an argument.
No, go ahead.
Specifically for part 5, what I find interesting compared to the other parts is the fact that part 5 does not. Part 5 and Part 3 are very similar. They're very similar in sort of how their structure of like a group of people going across a landmass to do some things.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Part 3 is just it's so damn long. It was very much obvious that they were in their high run at that point in time. They got really popular, and so there was more content. Part 5 feels like Part 3, which Part 3 is really fucking good.
Yeah.
It just can drag at times. Mm-hmm. Part 5 feels like Part 3 that's been condensed down to the best parts.
Well, I feel like Part 5 feels like it was kind of plotted out more intently.
Yeah.
Part 3 kind of feels like they're kind of writing it week to week a little bit.
Yeah,
weekly.
for sure.
That's exactly, yeah.
Yeah, like, and with this, it's like you kind of like knew what you're getting into, like with the episodes, because it's like pretty much every episode was like most of them were like kind of divided into like 2 parts, and like most of that was like them fighting La Squadra, which I think was like kind of nice. But then also it's like I kind of feel bad for La Squadra because I feel like La Squadra, like those characters were compelling enough that like there should have been more like development with that. But I mean, what can you do?
I did like the characters. I like the characters' abilities in Part 5 a whole lot more too. Even I thought Mista's was stupid. And
the little bullet dudes.
I thought it was stupid at first.
Yeah.
But then as we get into the show and they're like, Mista! And you're just like, oh, hell yeah.
Mista's my favorite character.
He's actually one of my favorite characters. I like him. I almost fucking shit myself because Part 5 was my first part too. Well, not first part. It was my first stand part, I should say.
Yeah.
And the thing that I was like thinking they're all humanoid, and so Mista has like 5 little bullet dudes. Okay, cool. Then you get over into what's his name?
Narancha.
And it's a fucking bomber plane.
Yeah, fucking
It's just
Aerosmith, dude.
What's his name? Little
Bomber
No,
is
it's-
English, copyright avoiding.
But his
name.
actual name is Aerosmith.
Oh,
Yeah.
They say Aerosmith.
They
in
say
the-
Aerosmith.
I didn't even.
It's
hear
very
it.
clearly they're saying the English song, but
Yeah, like-
the
like-
subtitles say something else.
Yeah, like if you pay attention enough to the subtitles, it's like you kind of miss it. But like they say like Aerosmith, they say Sex Pistols, they say Golden
Sticky
Experience,
Fingers.
Sticky
I
Fingers.
love
Sticky
when,
Fingers,
when
yeah.
Racha says "sticky fingers."
I love it.
Sticky finger.
It's so good. And then when you get when you finally realize his stand cry, adi 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 adi. Oh, so good. But yeah, what? Sorry.
Nothing. Never mind. I lost it.
Man, and just like the development also with every single character. But oh my god, I'm there's so much to talk about. But it's like I would go ahead and say it fucking sucks that Fugo's just gone for the rest of the fucking shit.
Oh,
He
you're
was-
too OP.
He was really fucking okay.
It was
though.
crazy because me, Winslow, and Colt watched that episode together, and they were like, "This isn't really a spoiler, but he doesn't come back."
Yeah.
They were like, they had to write him out of the show because they made his stand too powerful.
But the cool thing is though, and I sent this in our group chat, is that the voice actor for Fugo was they were talking about the OVAs and stuff, and somebody brought up Purple Haze Feedback, and that was a light novel that Araki writ talking about Fugo and after he leaves the original gang, and the voice actor was very excited and was like, yeah, I definitely want to do that. And I kind of hope, fingers crossed, that they do a Purple Haze Feedback.
If they do it, they'll make all the characters butt ass ugly. They'll make it Blu-ray only, and you won't be able to watch it anywhere online.
Yeah, but yeah, let me tell you, I've seen the characters for Purple Haze Feedback. They're all ugly. All of their stands are ugly, and all the stands are named after Jimi Hendrix songs. So that's fun.
Also,
pretty good.
the OVAs for Part 4, have you seen what they did to those people? You see Koichi?
Yes,
he looked
yes.
like a demon. He looks like Chucky.
Have you seen the have you seen the OVAs for Rohan?
Oh, yeah, those look funky, too.
They look funky, but I'm kind of excited for them because they're done in the Part 5 art style.
What's an OVA?
Just give me Part 6.
What are y'all talking about?
I guess we should get to the point where season 5 actually made us emotional. So we were just been talking about it the whole
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry. Cody's the only one that's been talking specifically about Part 5. I'm so sorry because there's just so much to talk about. I'm kind of
It's almost like I'm trying to drive us back on track.
I know, and I'm so flustered because there's it is truly
He's
emotional.
so horny.
Now,
He's so horny.
I'll get into the first part that made me personally super emotional, and probably everybody else. Abakio dying.
Yeah, that I get teary eyed when about
That was-
I did too.
And the thing is it was so you knew Doppio was somewhere, and it was subtle too because you could see a little pink fucker in the background, and then as soon as he passes by, punch in the fucking gut. And it literally, emotionally and literally, and it's just and the dialogue is it feels good to be back home, and it's just fuck, and then you just see the life die from Abakio's eyes. That part, the fucking the expression on Abakio's face is amazing
God.
because it's frustration and then realization that I'm dead.
Yeah.
And it's just so sad because then it's you have Narancha, who's essentially the kid of the group, even though he's older than Giorno. He's 19. He's the kid of the group, and he's just just breaking down crying. And it's nobody knows what to do because it's they're trying to protect him, but it's fuck, we just lost a friend.
And Bucciarati's biting his lip, bleeding when he shouldn't be.
Because fuck, that was sad too.
Because Abaccio, he was sort of like the lieutenant, the second in command to Bucciarati, and then everyone else is having this this breakdown because they not only lost a friend but also lost a secondary leader, and Bucciarati's trying to be strong for the group. But and plus there's this really kind of poignant moment in sort of Baccio's sort of dying moments.
He's in the afterlife.
Him going through his grief and sort of I guess anger of himself because he was formerly a police officer and he he actually killed someone.
Well, what happened was he was a police officer, but then he became a dirty cop, and when he became a dirty cop, that led to the death of his partner. Yeah. And in this kind of version of him going into the afterlife, it's so emotional because he's like I got to get on that bus, and his partner who's there with him, he's like, you came off that bus. This is the last stop, and it's like how do you keep doing this job knowing that like you might fail? And it's like, well, you do it because you seek the truth, and that's when he tells Abakio, he's like, you did a good job. And
man, I'm getting kind of teary-eyed just talking about it.
It's so sad because if you don't know, stands are reflections of characters, like a true reflection of the character, and Moody Blues is essentially a reflection of his depression because he's essentially able to play back his memories, but he can't alter them.
Yep.
So because with how he feels so guilty, because he's so guilty of letting his partner die that like he constantly reminds himself of his failures, and he's like, I can't do anything about it. And that's why this was so important to him to fight Diavolo and Doppio, because he's seeking the truth, and it's like the truth. You have to find the truth, and you have to help them. And it's like at first they're like, fuck, we failed, but then last second Abakio is able to use Moody Blues to play back and leave a death mask, which is essentially an impression of the face of the boss. And the reason why is because they're trying to discover his identity, and it's this whole fucking thing. But they're able to get an impression of it and at least try to figure out who the boss is, because spoiler, the boss has fucking DID or multiple personality disorder, because he's also Doppio and Diavolo, and it's some crazy fucking hokey shit that's amazing.
That makes me think that if it's that Diavolo isn't just King Crimson's.
Well, see, the thing about Diavolo, and there was stuff in the anime that wasn't in the manga that makes his origins even crazier. Like the whole thing of like him being born in a prison and not having a father.
Yeah.
That was added to the anime, and then his eyes being the way they are, that was added as well. So now people are thinking, is he actually, like, a lot of theories suggest that he actually Doppio was the original person, but what happened was the devil like possessed him, and during that time the devil inside of him was able to physically manifest into its own form and personality through Doppio's body and became Diavolo, while at the same time was able to get a stand that's able to stop fucking time and erase it. So you're literally talking about a demon that was also able to get another fucking superpower. That's just a theory though.
Jonathan, you
gotta watch most anime of all time.
It's fuck wild. Like,
it's fucking crazy, and we're about.
My eyes just glazed over. For
and
about,
now
like,
we're about to
2
get into
minutes.
another emotional part, and it's the one that broke me, that made me actually cry. Was when fucking Narancia dies.
Yeah,
That
watching
wa-
that little fucking Aerosmith
like
flying over everybody.
Like what happened was, you're getting into the last final parts of the show, like the final acts, and they're this close to fucking victory, this close, and Narancia, like their bodies had swapped, so Narancia was in Giorno's body, so it was like at this moment it's like they're so close to victory. Narancia's just talking about how he's gonna go home, he's gonna get some fucking pizza, he's gonna go back to school, and he's gonna say hey to Fugo, his best fucking friend. Then as about to move on, time skips, and when time skips, you know that Diavolo is nearby because when time skips like that, he's altered time in that moment, and they're like all looking, where's Narancia? Where's Narancia? And then blood starts draining, and then they look up, and somehow during that time he was able to take Narancia and throw his body onto
like a fencing,
like a fence, and stab him, and he's dead. And that was it. It literally happened like
it happened so quickly, and it honestly made me feel really empty. And I
was-
felt like
yeah.
it just did not feel right to just. I mean, like to me, that death was impactful, but in the wrong way. It was impactful because it felt so like sudden and so quick and so like. Just felt like they did Narancia bad.
And I mean, I think that's kind of
That's
the
how
point.
death works.
Because,
Yeah.
because
I mean, yeah, but I'm not saying that.
Yeah, no.
Rocky did it. I'm saying, or did it to be like, oh well, don't have that in the budget to make it more emotional.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was just so sudden and quick, and because most in any JoJo season, if there's a major death that happens, it's usually like highly emotional, highly like
drawn out,
and
Still
emotional.
cry every
but
time
they
I
were
see
in the
the
middle of a
season one.
battle. They were in the middle of a battle, so they could not just do that, and that was the reality of the situation.
Yeah, it happened
Yeah.
like in the middle of the episode.
Yeah, it was like, and like that was the point of it too. Was like to be like, essentially the kid of the group was just killed, like just ruthlessly, just sudden like that. And it's like, and they try to bring him back because Giorno realizes that he has the power to like, you know, heal, and they're trying to heal him, and in that moment they're like, this vessel's empty, he's gone. And like, and that's when, because the vessel's empty, Giorno is able to go back into his body, and that's when Naranja's body just falls. It's like a thud, and it's like, that's it. And then in that moment, you see Aerosmith starting to fly, and then it turns into a bird, and it flies over Fugo walking back to the restaurant Bruno owned that's closed down now. And he looks up, and, you know, he doesn't know what's happening. And then the bird flies over where Abacchio died, and it flies into the clouds and off.
And then don't you see a giant cloud with his face on
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Which is a very common thing in JoJo.
Yeah.
Is the spirit in the sky like.
And then that was emotional, and then it like goes.
Can I
into,
say my emotional thing after your?
well, I'm going into
Okay.
like what was more emotional about Narancia is that they take Narancia and they put his body down, and Giorno covers his body in the flowers of his hometown, and he's like, don't worry, we'll come back and I'll take you home. Nobody can hurt you anymore.
I can't. Oh, I didn't go to bed.
Dude.
Like every like
I don't know if I like JoJo
I want to cry right now
done
because
with this podcast.
because in that moment too, like everybody's boohoo crying, like everybody loses it, even Bruno, because it's like the kid of the group just got killed ruthlessly. And the reason why is because Diavolo is thinking strategically, because Aerosmith is very useful for what they're doing, and you have to take out that. And they did, and it was so fucking sad. It's like nobody can hurt you anymore, and it's like, because Narancia got hurt like so many fucking times, and it's like, and it's so sad. Okay, go.
The thing that really hurt me the most from Part 5 was the first fight with King Crimson and Bucciarati. The fact that Bucciarati was dead the whole time, and
Yep.
he didn't actually fully pass on until they defeated Diavolo.
It was such, because this is like the middle of the show when you had the final confrontation. It's like, all right, we completed the missions. The squadra's gone except for the leader, but we don't have to worry about that. We're turning in Diavolo's daughter, the boss's daughter, and then it's like, well, nope. Turns out he wants to kill the fucking daughter, and it's like Bruno's like, nah, fuck this. And then it's like, but then it's like you get King Crimson is revealed, and it's like, this is an impossible enemy, because it's like King Crimson just destroys Bucciarati, and it's like, and anytime Bucciarati tries to do anything, it's like, it's very eloquent, because it's like when he stops time, it's like he like goes into his own little world, like literally his own little dimension of where it's like space and time, and it's just like, I've already seen through it. And then he literally punches through his stomach, he cuts him in half, and it's just like he's trying so hard, and then he finally is able to get out, and it's like he dies, and it's just like, it's like, oh fuck. But
He's only stays alive through the pure will and the love of his friends.
he's literally only alive because he wants to make
so
sure
fucking anime.
That is the most anime bullshit.
he literally wants to see the mission through. And now we'll get to the end, because the end part, literally the ending, and then the prologue are
Epilogue.
well, no, the prologue, because it happens before the events of Part 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just that entire portion. But finally, they get to the final confrontation where they're fighting Diavolo. It's so awesome because the expressions are fantastic. You see King Crimson, Diavolo, getting super fucking flustered, and it's just it's like a huge anime moment when it's like you think King Crimson's about to win because he has the arrow, and then it's like shit starts happening, and it's like, you didn't remember me, did you? That's what Bruno is like. You know, you can't predict everything now, can you? And that's when like he kind of turns the tables, and that's when everybody gets transferred in their bodies. And when Bruno, because Bruno's dead, his soul won't go back into his body, and that's when he passes on. And when he passes on, he's like, "It's okay, like let me go, Giorno. Like, you know, you have it." And that's also when he passes on. Literally, Giorno has a stand arrow in his fucking hand, and that's also when he stabs himself, and he becomes motherfucking Gold Experience Requiem, the most powerful fucking stand in all of JoJo. Literally, he says, "No matter your abilities, no one can oppose me." Literally, no one can oppose him.
Literally becomes God.
Literally, if nobody can tell, Giorno is actually the son of God, Dio, which is fucking amazing. But
He's actually fucking weirder than that. He is the son. He is the.
He's Jesus.
He's the mental son of Dio, but the physical son
of Jonathan.
of Jonathan.
And it's fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But also, sorry, I should. When we first get revealed to Diavolo, there's a little harken back to when Polnareff fights Dio. But Polnareff is at the bottom of the stairs and sees Dio, essentially him looking upon God. But in this situation, it's Polnareff looking down, and he sees Diavolo, and it's him looking into hell. Very cool.
See, that's the thing is that, like, at the end of that, and we're getting way into JoJo here.
Listen,
It's one of the biggest things.
We've been wanting to do this for a while, and we just
But
haven't.
The thing with this is a mini non-canon file on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5.
Yeah. I never had a mini Gundam canon file, so.
The really cool thing about the Giorno at the end is that he is God because he gives life, and he can also send you into your own hell.
Pretty much, yeah, exactly. Like he not only is the son of God, but he becomes God because like what happens is like because he gets Golden Experience Requiem, it's over. Literally no matter your abilities, because when King Crimson tries to fight him, he stops time and tries to skip it, but as soon as he does it, time starts to reverse back to what it originally was.
And then that fucking music that starts playing.
Oh my god, it's so fucking good. And it's like you see him, like you literally see like multiple versions of King Crimson Diavolo because it's the his movements through time. It's literally going back, and once he does that, he completely just stops his ability to erase time, and he just beats the shit out of him. But when he does that, it's kind of weird, but Diavolo technically isn't dead. But what happens is Golden Experience Requiem is able to essentially reset people back to zero, and he glitched the universe into that.
He sent him into his own hell.
He literally sent him to his own hell, and that like he's constantly dying, but he's never dead.
Yeah.
But he can never escape this.
Yep.
Never.
What's
ever.
the guy that gets ripped apart by the eagle every day?
Prometheus.
He's Prometheus.
Sort of, except
Well, he's not tied to a rock.
and he's not a piece of shit. Prometheus gave fire to humanity.
Yeah.
He gave us blood.
Fuck Zeus.
Yeah, fuck Zeus. But anyway,
Glad we got that in there.
But yeah, and then like also once they do that, it's like Bruno kind of whispers a little bit, is like, this is a complete victory. Like we've won. Like no need to worry anymore. And also Mista still not understanding, like, we gotta go get Bruno. We gotta go get Bucciarati. He's probably waiting for us.
Yeah.
And it's so sad.
Yeah.
And at this point, the only people who are alive are Fugo because he didn't take part, Trish, Mista, and Giorno.
Yeah.
But now the prologue.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, my bad. No, it's Coco Jumbo.
Oh, sorry. I'm so
His
dumb.
stand is Mr. President. Jesus.
Also known as Paul.
That was the turtle they traveled around.
Yeah. Oh, Polnareff. Polnareff's alive. My
I
bad.
can't imagine Jonathan can't even.
My bad.
comprehend
Coco
this.
Jumbo's dead. You're right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Polnareff's alive. But anyway, the prologue, though, is even sadder because this is before the event, literally right before the events of Part 5. We have the gang. They're trying to investigate an artist, a sculptor named Scipio, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Or,
With the,
or
yeah.
Scopio.
Yeah,
Scopio.
like, yeah.
Because it's not like the Roman. But anyway, they're trying to investigate him because there's a mysterious death, and Mista is the one to investigate him. And he has a stand called Rolling Stones that what it does, it follows people.
That's one of my favorite ones. It's like, what the fuck?
It's literally a rock, and what it does, it follows people who are about to die, and it shows them their death.
It shows them their death mask, death body.
It shows them how they're gonna die.
Yeah.
And Mista's like getting really pissed, and he's acting really stupid. But then like as he starts, like, because he also shoots him through both hands, and in that moment he looks like Jesus Christ because he also wears a crown of thorns. Really good fashion choice, by the way.
I think we should all.
Honestly,
Very end.
but yeah, but then it's like you have a sad realization where
He has no control over this stand.
Mista's like, yeah, he has no control over his stand, and Mista's like, I'm starting to understand what you're saying now, and he's like, he realizes that he has no control of this over this either. But then Scopio's like, well, if you destroy it, maybe it might change fate. And what happens is that Bruno tries to meet up with Mista, and in doing so, the Rolling Stones tries to get to him, and you have this really good animation where Mista is in like a fury where he's like trying to get to quickly to Bruno, so he shoots Sex Pistols and like, look, find him, and they find him and they're able to stop Rolling Stones. And it's a really awesome moment where Mista takes Rolling Stones out of this tall ass building and essentially breaks it, like shatters him while like scaling the side of a building. And it's really funny because Mista lands on top of Fugo's car and Fugo crawls out of his fucking car.
Yeah, you
like,
can see him in the back. And I'm like, fuck.
like really? And it's like he breaks Rolling Stones and they're like, all right, you know, and Mista tries to explain it and it's like, we don't know what you're saying, Mista, let's go do this shit. There's some fucker who killed what's his name with a shovel, dickhead. I don't remember his name. Cole probably. Leaky Eye Luca.
Leaky Luca.
Yeah, he dies, and that's because Giorno killed him. Anyway, so they go to investigate that, but also with the dust of Rolling Stones, it reveals not only Bucciarati's death, but it also reveals of Bacchio and Narancia. And nobody else sees this. Mm-hmm. And in that moment, Scipio, whatever, is like, I hope they're sleeping slaves. And like I hope their journey might mean something. I can't remember it all, but it's very emotional and very good. And that's when Giorno becomes the boss of the organization, and that's it.
Man, I love JoJo so much.
Dude,
enjoyed our mini recap of part 5.
Yeah, like there's so much stuff we could talk about, but we just don't have time. We need to do its own episode.
Just know when part 6 comes out, it's gonna make or break you.
Fuck. Okay. What's next?
Patrick actually added Demon Slayer. So Patrick, you wanna?
Yeah, we'll talk about a little bit about Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is on our best anime of the year nomination list, so we talk more in depth about it on the next big episode. But just for my little bit for Demon Slayer, is that I really got an emotional moment throughout the show because like what I think is interesting about the main character in Demon Slayer, he's a very like kind-hearted, very compassionate, empathetic person. So even when he's fighting these horrible monsters, he never stops empathizing with them because every single monster they fight, it used to be a person, and that's not a new thing in like anime or manga.
Yeah, copying Bleach.
So it's a very common trope, but at least with this series, I definitely felt like that humanity, that lost humanity. And let the empathy really come through with this character and the stories they tell, because there's definitely little moments where every time they kill one of the demons, you sort of get like a snapshot of what their life was before they were transformed into a monster. And there's a couple really sort of poignant moments. There was one where earlier in the series where they kill a demon, and his gimmick, I think he had a gimmick where he played a drum, and he remembers like when he was a child, like he had like a little brother, and I remember that, like he wakes up or he sees himself in like the afterlife, and he's like holding his little brother's hand that died, and they're walking to their family's home on like Christmas night, or not Christmas night, but it's evocative of Christmas.
Ancient Japan's Christmas.
but it's snowy, and it's a starry night, and he's walking hand in hand with his brother that he lost in his childhood back to their family's home to be together. But the one that really got me was episode, I think, at the end of episode 20. Because episode 19 is like a huge moment in the show we'll go into depth with, or maybe later in this episode. But it was after they defeat this very extremely powerful demon, and then this demon still has his moment of humanity in his dying minutes, and basically like he was this he had some disability or something. Basically, like his family was going to kill them, and he became a demon in order to like stop his parents from killing him. But what he didn't realize that his parents were going to commit suicide after they killed him, because they couldn't deal with the fact that they had to kill their son for basically his own benefit, because whatever disease or whatever he had was so crippling to him that they wanted to put him out of his misery, but they were going to die with him so they could die as a family. And in these diet moments, he sees his family once again, and he's like he goes from being like his normal, like his demon form, back to human, back to being a child, and he's sort of hugged by his mother and his father, and he just openly weeps as embraced by his family in the afterlife, and that really got me. I legit cried.
Man, Pat, you might want to cry.
God, Demon Slayer is really fucking sad.
Honestly, you talking about that is starting to make me think of every emotional anime thing that happened.
Anime was emotional this year.
Anime's always emotional.
I mean, yeah, but maybe it's just because we watched a lot, or I watched a lot
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Anyways, I feel like I cried a lot more at anime this year than I have in previous years.
For sure. Fuck. Part 5 hit me.
Has everyone here watched Sara and Zanmai completely?
No.
I haven't.
I still got probably about 5 more episodes.
Okay, I'm not gonna say much. This is my emotional thing. I know Cole's got Death Stranding, but before we get to that, we're all in anime already. The ending of Sara and Zanmai is really fucking sad. It is really fucking emotional. It is probably one of the most emotional things I've seen this year.
It really is. It fucking sucks.
It is like not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way, but
No, it's really like a gut punch.
I felt really empty after finishing it. I was just like, man,
It's rough.
it's
So
a tough watch.
I'm not gonna spoil that. I think that you guys should definitely go and finish it. But Sara and Zanmai's ending is probably my emotional thing of the year.
My emotional thing of the year, easily, this is the most I probably cried in a long time, was the last 5 hours of Death Stranding. I was crying the whole time.
I can just see her mother walking into your room and like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Why are you crying? Ah!
Like, I was thinking of it, I was like, if she comes in here, I'm going to tell her to go away. 'Cause I can't do that right here. Because the Norman Reedus, you are...
And the Funky Fetus.
Oh my God, Norman Reedus. You are fantastic. Mads and Norman Reedus. Tommy.
Tommy Earl Jenkins.
Yeah, Tommy Earl Jenkins. You all are fantastic. I know you're listening because you love AllYouCanHear. Am I right?
Yeah.
But no, the final scene of Death Stranding, I don't want to spoil it at all.
Well, I imagine we'll get a lot more into Death Stranding for
we'll
Game of the
wait
Year.
for Game of the Year, and even then, if you want to go spoiler ham in there, you can. I'll just be somewhere else.
Okay. Because, God damn.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're about to cry now.
Because it's just really emotional, and like it ends with the Church's Death Stranding song, which listening to the lyrics after the final cutscene makes me want to just scream.
Honestly, there's just one phrase in the game. This isn't a spoiler because you hear it all throughout trailers and everything. Like just one phrase that makes me like kind of emotional is just them saying, "I'm still on the beach."
Yeah, I'll meet you at the beach. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, you look like you're about to cry. I'm so sorry. I'm so like honestly, I'm about to cry now because I'm still thinking about part 5, and I'm like the reason why part 5 makes me so emotional is just because like just a bunch like you literally have a bunch of guys who are essentially misfits of society who are literally trying to stop an adversary that's like inconceivable. Like and like they're almost a bunch of kids, and they're trying to fight this guy, and it's like they're literally trying to change fate, and it's so fucking sad.
Here's my question, real quick. Who's who in this group?
In what? In part 5?
He's Naranja.
Me?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're.
Wenzel's definitely Narancha, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I really like Aerosmith. I really like Narancha.
Jonathan Fugo.
Yeah, I was going to say Jonathan was Fugo.
And that's not a bad thing.
Fugo's awesome.
Fugo's awesome.
He just does whatever the fuck he wants.
That's literally what he does.
I don't really know who everybody else would be. I think Patrick is the most Abacchio.
Probably, yeah.
Tanner Bucciarati. I think we discovered that last year.
Now it's time between Colt and I. Choose carefully.
Trish or Mista?
I'd say I'm Mista.
Oh wait, who's Giorno?
I'm Giorno!
You're a Trish and a half. That's what you are.
Which, I mean, Trish is awesome.
She's cool. She just makes everything soft.
Which is cool.
She's a fabric softener.
Spice Girls is an awesome.
He looked up a picture of
Awesome
Fugo.
stand, yeah. Wait, what?
He just looked up a picture of Fugo.
Did you look up his stand? His stand is fucking powerful.
Because Johnson's wearing green, which is Fugo's main color.
Yeah, that's true. Which Fugo in the manga was actually red and his hair was white because he's supposed to like be like the actual dessert pan cotta. because his name is Pancata Fugo.
Yeah.
I
But-
do like how everything's named after Italian foods. In this.
Yeah.
It's just like a body. He went to fucking Italy. He was like, I'm naming everybody.
Ravioli's a great name.
Which nobody was named Ravioli. That sucks.
Who was the character that was named something like just so? God, I can't remember. Oh man, who was it?
Lasagna,
No,
No,
spaghetti.
No, it was. Are you talking about the head of La Squadra? He was
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Risotto.
about. Yeah, risotto. His
Yeah.
name's fucking risotto.
Badass dude, by the way. Which also.
awesome stand as well.
Oh yeah, fuck Metallica. But I should say though about Fugo, if this isn't like this is kind of like little background spoilers for Fugo. Fugo's a fucking assassin, by the way. Crazy.
He's got a sad back. They all got a sad back.
Oh, no, he
His
is
is pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Because a teacher was a pedophile, and he's like, come to my house for extra lessons, and then Fugo beat him to death.
Beat him to death, and then everybody was like, "Oh, he's been doing stuff for the teacher," and then he got kicked out of school for like because of like that.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
I forget how like fucking dark JoJo can get, and then it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, here's our main bad guy named Risotto.
I love how we got back to fucking JoJo. Let's keep going. Jonathan, do you have the most emotional thing?
No.
You didn't
Jonathan
cry at
doesn't
all?
cry.
Did you not cry at all? No tears at all? You love Star Wars? You think Episode 9's the best movie in the everything?
I will say the Tony Stark death is another one.
Okay, yeah, that was
Yeah.
really emotional.
Yeah, the Tony Stark death is definitely one.
And how she was trying to sell goop at the funeral.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Damn Tony Colletti, am I right? Knives Out.
What?
Tony Colletti and Knives Out is basically
Oh.
It's basically that.
Gwyneth
Yeah.
Paltrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Man.
Also, it's Tony Collette.
Whatever.
Yeah,
We've been
yeah.
talking about fucking JoJo Part 5, and I'm like, everything's Italian now.
Yeah, for sure.
That's Tenerici.
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 father.
Windsor Wilkini. I could say it.
Coltani.
Jonathan.
Jonatoni. I actually like that. Jonatoni. We call him John Tone.
Tony, you're just like your father.
You're just like your father.
But you just like your father.
You're just like your father.
Just like your father.
And over here you got Codiccio.
Oh, good. We need to go to Codiccio to get that good
What
spaghetti.
about Patrissimo?
Patrissimo.
Cody just called him Patricia.
Patricia.
Yeah, Cody went, Patricia.
They're making me the Trish.
Are we done with the JoJo category?
Oh no! Someone was gonna say that was emotional. I was gonna say for Avengers though, just the fight scene of all the heroes getting together. I thought that was
Oh, yeah.
Lynn
That,
Ziti.
yeah.
That was the best part of that.
Yeah,
movie.
I have a feeling we'll talk about Endgame and the proper award show
For sure,
a
yeah.
little bit too. So, up next we have 2019-2020's most anticipated thing. PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox is on here separately, but I think we can kind of just group and say new consoles in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
and that's it.
Yeah,
New consoles.
Moving on. So one thing I didn't expect to happen before we recorded this was we actually got to see the new Xbox.
Yeah.
At the Game Awards.
So dumb.
It wasn't dumb. It was just a huge surprise.
Yeah, as long as it can be turned on the side.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they've already said it can be turned on its side. So if you don't know the Xbox Series X, which also if you don't know for those listening or at this table, they're just calling it the Xbox.
Which
I
is
think I called
dumb.
Yeah, somebody on here called, or maybe it was multiple of us, called it on the E3 preview show that they're calling the new Xbox just Xbox. I can't remember
Pat,
who
who
it
did
was.
it?
Pat, you lead the wiki.
Yeah, I feel like Patrick would know more than anybody, but I don't know. So I'll have to go back and listen to that. But anyways, it's this huge fucking tower. From my best hand estimates, is about 2.5 Xbox One controllers tall.
20 feet.
It's 20 feet in the air.
It's an obelisk.
There was some publication that made a like paper model of it on its side, and it's fucking humongous.
Yeah.
If that's true. Like, I mean, it looks like a PC tower on its side.
There's no way it's that big. If it is, fine, but it has to be smaller.
Oh.
At least by a little bit.
See, the thing that it gets about me is with them doing this xCloud stuff and things of that nature, the thing that it looks like to me is one of those, It looks like one of those storage units you put, you put in a
Yeah.
different. You hook up to your router and you leave it in there.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So like that makes me wonder like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, what are they doing here? Is this gonna be something that sits underneath your TV? Because like it's not designed to sit underneath your TV in its current state.
And no, it's definitely not. Somebody had a good idea. I don't know if will be the direction Microsoft goes, because it seems like a lot to push on the market at once. With the Series X being like,
Sorry.
the huge like $600 console, and then there's going to be the Series S, which is supposed to be like the Anaconda Lockhart. Is going to be like the weaker console, and then somebody had an idea, and it looked like a fucking GameCube, called the Xbox Series C, which is all digital, all cloud based.
Oh, that's stupid.
And it literally looked like just the current Xbox, but a GameCube.
Oh, it's a Stadia spray painted.
Yeah, it's a black Stadia. So I thought that was a kind of neat idea. I'm mainly just excited to see the new tech and stuff, and see how good games can look, because apparently, like God's Fall, they showed at the Game Awards, the PlayStation 5 game, PlayStation 5 launch title exclusive.
Didn't see the PlayStation.
Didn't see the PlayStation, but that we saw a game. And actually have a few snippets of gameplay from
like
it,
GIFs,
and like people in the industry that know, they're like, yeah, this isn't even going to be like the best looking launch title for either. Of these
That's
consoles,
fucking crazy.
which
I
is
can't
insa-
even tell if it looks good because the gifs look so.
It looks good.
It looks really good, but it's like, man, like the power these two consoles are going to be pushing out is.
I will say a
insane to me.
subcategory of Xbox is I'm super fucking hyped for Senua's Saga.
Oh yeah.
Like I am unlike
That trailer got me fucking hyped.
That trailer
Yeah.
got me hyped, and I've not played 1 second of Hellblade.
I want to
I-
play the first one now.
I've watched. Yeah, everybody here needs to play.
It's on. Am I wrong for saying it's on Switch? I feel like it's on Switch.
It might be coming. I don't
Might
know.
be coming.
What's the name?
You know, maybe that should have been. That should have been.
What
the
are we
thing.
talking about?
Hellblade.
Hellblade, Senua.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You gotta watch that trailer.
Senua, yeah. This one is Hellblade 2, Senua Saga. But, yeah, maybe that should have been my old thing. Anyway, this trailer is so fucking hyped. Like, literally, like, did not expect it at all. And then when it goes right into a fucking song of like, this band I never heard, but now I've been listening. I've watched this trailer, like, at least 25 times.
We watched it like 3 or 4 times here, like that night when we were watching the game.
Like it's so fucking good. Like, and like we only get brief. Like it was just brief, and it's like it's just if you don't know, the song is it's by Haling. It's called In Madian. I can't remember.
One of those.
I love Maddie on.
Yeah, it's like a 12-minute long song. So fucking good. Check out the band. Really, if you're into like folksy historical type of stuff,
It's
then
on Switch.
Oh, there you go.
I thought it was.
Very good. Very good at depicting mental illness as well.
Which I don't know how or if that's going to come into play in this new one.
I don't know either, but honestly, like, I didn't know I needed this until I saw it.
I honestly think that one of the big selling points of their game was the mental illness thing. So if they did not go for that route, then it would. I mean, I'm sure they can still make a good game, but it would not be the same.
Yeah,
it would
'cause-
be different. But I don't think they would do that. They would obviously crank up that selling point and maybe go dive into more issues surrounding
For sure,
mental
yeah,
illness.
especially like in ancient times, because this takes place like very, very ancient, like Celtic / Viking area. Because again, I don't know her background, but I do know like part of the story is the Vikings invading her homeland, and like that was what's cool is about Hellblade was that it kind of explored this more darker part of like the Norse mythology, and like
Well, Norse mythology is all dark.
no, yeah, for sure. But like this literally like because you know with like stuff like Thor and like this other stuff, it's like you see it on like a lighter side.
Oh yeah, it's
but this is like
yeah.
but this is like all the gods are dead, but they're undead and they're all trying to kill us. That's kind of like what this is, and it's really cool. And like with this, it seems like it's going to explore that as well and go even deeper and go into like more darker parts of culture in that area, which is like really cool, and I'm really excited for it.
For 2020, is there anything I have excited for 2020?
I knew it. Ah, he's been aiming it. I was like, who's he gonna fucking kill?
Is there anything that I'm really excited? Oh yeah, Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. Yeah, it's actually the next thing on our list.
Yeah.
Fucking. Oh my god. We've already done an Animal Crossing non-canon file. Truth be told, we could probably do another one. But
Go ahead. I don't care.
God,
I don't care.
It's the stuff. Just the little snippets we've gotten. We really haven't got any new info since E3.
Yeah, we got new info yesterday.
About-
We got new images and stuff.
Oh yeah, like the images
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, we haven't seen like any proper gameplay. There was that one thing out of that one festival in like Brazil or something where they showed off like they're gonna have like different
Culture holidays.
cultures, holidays, and like their
Depending on region
their
or
clothing.
overall?
I think just overall maybe. And something like that. They're gonna have like the different cultures because they showed a specific dress from some sort of thing. I don't know what
It was a holiday.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a holiday, like a very traditional dress that looked really cool, and it's just really cool that they're like allowing, like they're putting that sort of stuff in there because I've always feel like Animal Crossing's been a pretty inclusive series.
Yeah.
Like it definitely more open minded than a lot of AAA titles tend to be, especially especially when Wild World came out and stuff.
where's my satanic holiday?
Talk to
so-
Mr. Mintimbo.
I'm really excited for New Horizons. It comes out in March, which is not that far. Like we're less than 100 days till it comes out. So I'm
Yeah, and like March, April, May, that's fucking stacked.
Yeah, spring 2020 for video games is insane. I mean, you got Cyberpunk. I mean, we could spend a whole
Cyberpunk is another one I'm very excited for.
yeah, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy VII, Doom Eternal. I'm really excited for Pirate Warriors, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. So we got that. We got Avengers, which is coming out. Just a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, like, it's
coming
packed
in spring.
full of
We
poop.
literally could do a whole non-canon file on just games coming out in the spring that we're excited for, and we could talk about.
Yeah, which is E3.
The good thing about Doom, from when it comes out, it's not only going to be an awesome experience, it's going to release.
He's been doing this bits, especially during the emotional parts, and I don't know what to do.
the soundtrack. That's going to release the soundtrack with it.
oh, yeah.
And it's going to rip heavy.
I still go back to like the first trailer that we got of like the landscape shot, and then he crushes a skull. Just that like oh, it's so fucking
That's
heavy.
the same day as Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
Who's
I know what I'm going to be listening to while playing Animal Crossing, but mostly playing Doom.
as you're fucking.
As you're talking to Tom Nook.
I don't know how they sound.
That's close
That
enough.
was close enough. Yeah.
It was pretty close. And then I put something on here. I put this on here, I think, after we watched Kong Skull Island. I put I'm really excited for Godzilla versus King Kong.
Which it's warranted. It's there was a little one leaked image. Oh, there was one leaked image of Godzilla and King Kong standing on an aircraft carrier about to fight.
Yeah.
Or they're about to fight something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're facing each other on the aircraft carrier in the leaked image, so we don't know if that's from a clip from a movie or like some kind of production art. But like I imagine it's going to be buck wild.
Which is like, wait a minute, Godzilla is big. Like he should be bigger than an aircraft carrier. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna.
Yeah, it's weird because in Kong Skull Island, King Kong, I feel like is small
He
compared
is small,
to Godzilla.
he is small, but that's also because he's young. That's what they explicitly said.
Yeah.
that he's young, and then and I think they mentioned there's because in King of the Monsters there's that huge time skip between that and this, or not skip, but that time pass, and it's like this. He's obviously gotten bigger.
Yeah. So I'm excited. It did get delayed though. I think it was originally supposed to come out in May, and I think it's not coming out until November now.
Yeah, this was it's usually only good when movies or things delayed because it can make it look better.
Yeah.
Especially for effects heavy movies like this movie's going to be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Next year's like the first year in a long time that or I guess since 2015, where Star Wars isn't not coming up next year or so, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're delayed. There's not going to be a Star Wars next year, and frankly, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
I want more TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me more TV, but yeah.
Well, at least until 2022. That's when they
Yeah.
say the next.
Yeah.
The new Star Wars.
I'm excited for Marvel movies
Star
though.
Wars comes out, which I would prefer if they just Of course, it's not going to do it because Disney's going to Marvel Star Wars.
Bring it closer.
But just like they're going to do like a Star Wars every year, which Star Wars should be a bit more special than that. So I wish they would do like 10 years off and just focus on the TV shows. But that's not happening.
Yeah,
I might die. I don't want that.
I do wonder if we'll ever get to the point with Star Wars, like if they do end up bringing like a Kevin Feige like person to like guide Star Wars, and it's like, yeah, I think we're at the point now where people want 2 Star Wars movies a year, because that would seem crazy.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Is your mic on, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure. Just make sure. Don't definitely like. I shouldn't have to remind anybody, but definitely don't turn it off because you guys are on the same area. So if you turn it off, then they're both off.
He shouldn't have to remind.
I love Wendell's like
Someone is.
Wendell's like,
pissed.
No, I'm not mad. I'm just like really scared. Like I don't know if
I'm disappointed.
I'm like I don't know if I ever told them that. Sorry. Yeah, I'm excited. For Marvel movies.
Yeah, next year does seem like a kind of an off year for Marvel movies, but then we also get Falcon and Winter Soldier, so it kind of makes up for it.
The Marvel TV shows next
Yeah, we're starting to get the Marvel TV shows next year, and then 2021, it's just like I think we're getting like 3 shows and fucking 4 movies.
Yeah.
So it needs a kind of a cool down year.
I'm weirdly really excited for Scarlet. Not
Black
Scarlet,
Widow.
Black Widow. It looks so. It reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 2 with the fucking oil rigs.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The big shell.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, at first I wasn't excited for it because, like, like her story ended, but like with this, I'm like, kind of like, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I love in the trailer where they're all falling out of the plane and like literally the soldiers are shooting the gun, falling out of the air, and she's like dodging the
And she's diving. Yeah,
it's so stupid hokey. I hope they go just full crazy shit with this movie.
Yeah.
Like, don't even make it like the other movies. I don't even need good action. Just make it stupid.
Like because like Black Widow is like not like everybody else who has like abilities or like special like technology or anything. It's literally just her and her skills, and like this looks like to be like, I hope it's like absolutely batshit crazy.
Yeah, me too.
Because also like that one scene where you have Taskmaster and the Red Guardian about to fight. I'm really excited for that.
I'm really excited for David Harbour.
Yeah,
I really
for
like
sure.
David Harbour.
Like I thought in my mind, like, man, I wonder if he's gonna get like bulky for this. No,
it's like, you done with stranger? Come on.
and he's like, when the character's like, you got fat.
It's good. It's good. I'm really excited for it. Are we ready?
Oh no, there was a low key thing I am excited for. It's a horror movie called Antlers.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually very. Is that coming out in January?
No, it's coming out in April.
Yeah, it's April.
I'm super hyped for it. It's based off a short story called The Quiet Boy. If anybody has the time to check it out, read it. It's terrifying.
Well, he's quiet, so what's there to tell?
And I'm actually.
Why is he quiet, bitch?
Antlers is the
Nothing to
one.
say.
I got boogies.
He just picked his nose and ate it.
Oh my god!
Now he's putting his hands in his butthole.
If you're on my side right now,
Yeah, his belly hanging out.
like, oh, is it? No, like his belly's hanging out.
rough day.
His shorts are like. pulled
Oh
up.
God! There's a big boogie on my face.
Eat it!
I gotta go.
Let's put it in your belly button for later.
Okay.
He's gonna go like behind the wall.
This bitch is.
He's just gonna go behind the wall and eat it and come back.
As he goes to do that, Antlers is a really spooky, scary movie. I'm trying to wait for him because he's gonna say something, but he's going in the kitchen.
You
to
know,
do
he
something.
picked his nose, so no. He doesn't get
He doesn't even get to talk anymore.
He looked like such like a wreck sitting next to me. Like I was
like a wreck or erect. What did you say?
a wreck.
He said A-Rap.
I thought no. Well, I mean, it's
A-Rap.
Cody. It's
No,
Cody.
I pronounced my E's as A's.
I was just so confused. I'm like, what's going?
I only look put together for work. That's about it.
Oh, that's fine.
What I was gonna say was, is there any A24 movies coming out next year?
Oh, I'm sure because they pump at least like 6
Yeah,
out a
there's
year.
usually like 4 out a year or so.
Yeah.
But is there any that we know of yet?
I can look that up and come back to you.
Is Little Women an A24 movie?
Yeah, but it's not this. It's not next year. It's out now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it playing at the Cobb?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, I believe it is.
wait.
I
Why am I
don't-
asking? I don't care about it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't. Is it released now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then
I think it may come out like Christmas Day or something,
it
but it comes
comes
out this
Christmas Day.
year.
Oh man, gotta see Uncut Gems. Fuck.
Oh, I need to see Adam Sandler
oh my god.
going crazy.
Apparently, Uncut Gems is really good and may get Adam Sandler a Best Actor nomination
I need to watch it.
From what I heard, it sounds like he deserves it, and also the soundtrack, from what I heard, also is like similar to Akira. Like, okay, sure. like in terms of sound, it's like it's very like just it's good. It's really fucking good.
Yeah, I really want to see
I
Uncut
just imagine like
Gems.
Adam Sandler being like in a cyberpunk story.
And like his best friend is like turning into a giant god monster.
Whoa, Akira spoiler?
Canada.
Tetsuo.
My mama told me Tetsuo. That's Waterboy.
Were you mixing Waterboy with Akira?
Yes, that's exactly.
That was an abomination.
That's also because Adam Sandler's in Waterboy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what will happen with the live action Akira movie. They're gonna make Adam Sandler. Be
Oh my god, I totally forgot they're making a live
Oh,
action Akira
man.
movie.
Fuck.
And the
No,
Waterboy.
I was talking with someone and they said that is officially dead.
No, I don't think so because Taika's still directing it.
No, like I mean, even like I think they just announced recently that it's just,
Oh, well.
they're not doing it.
Good if that's true.
But what white boy were they gonna cast as the main character?
I don't-
It's Canada.
What? And also,
well, when Taika was brought on, they said they were going to do an all Asian cast. I think.
yeah. Well, also, wasn't Leonardo DiCaprio attached to that as like the
Yes.
producer
Yes.
or something?
Yep.
It was fucking weird.
Yeah,
Well, like back in the day when they were planning on doing it, he was going to be Tetsuo, I think.
I don't know. I know Leo was like really into it.
Oh, back in like the 90s, whenever they're gonna do it, they were gonna do a live action. He was gonna be Tetsuo.
Or
That's fucking
Kaneda.
weird.
Man. Just imagine. Hey, do you want to do motorcycle movie or boat movie? I guess I'll do boat movie.
Hey, he still did good. Made a better choice.
Oh, Titanic's phenomenal. I won't hear anything about that.
Yeah.
I
think we're ready.
Are we ready? Best anime moments of the year. The first one, surprise, is from JoJo.
Yeah. Fucking 7-page Muda, baby.
Yeah, Giorno versus Chocolata, aka the 7-page Muda.
I still go back to watch that. It's so fucking good.
It's really good.
It's just literally Giorno, Golden Experience, just screaming Muda
For
and
like
beating
30 seconds.
beating the shit out of Chocolata because the fucker deserves it.
Because like Chocolate's like in a series that has like really crazy over the top villain. Chocolate is easily one of the most depraved, so much so that the main bad guy is like, this guy is fucked up.
Yeah, literally, literally the boss, the main antagonist is like, I don't like dealing with him. He's fucking weird.
But the gang has pushed me to the point, so I got to unleash him and his man servant
Seko.
fetish.
Yep.
Slave.
Oh, that shit was weird, man.
In a season full of weird shit, that
definitely
is the
what-
thing in my mind that's like, that's a little weird.
Because it's like he's like a dog, but then at some point Chocolata leaves a very emotional message where he's like, I love you.
yeah, it's wild.
And it's supposed to be like an abusive relationship.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, here's your sugar cubes or whatever they
Also,
give them.
Chocolata's stand is Green Day, so fuck him.
Yeah.
That's what I think about that.
But like just a moment of because like it's this whole big protracted experience getting up to fighting Chocolata in his helicopter, and it's very sort of like tense and like harrowing. But then like there's a moment where Jordan kind of has a breaking point, and like he sort of like everybody's sort of just been run down by Chocolata and his machinations, and like Giorno just goes ape shit and just unloads on Chocolata. And like what makes it so like I guess significant is like Jordan's always been sort of like the level-headed one, and then when he starts saying Muda, but that's like the action cry.
It's the stand
Dio
cry.
His father, and so that just sort of shows like how over the edge he's gone, and he's in his other scream Gree, which is WRY ad nauseum. So he just unloads, and it's like I don't know, it feels like a minute, and just like beating this guy down to a pulp and nonstop, and like it's hype as shit.
Yeah, because because Muda in Japanese means useless, and it's like one of the best stand cries in my opinion, because it's literally just him beating the shit out of somebody saying useless, 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 useless.
It's so good.
And it's like somebody is able to calculate because whenever Giorno hits a human, it causes their senses to go crazy. It essentially like slows them down. So they also experience pain like
10 times worse.
10 times worse. Somebody was able to calculate how much pain he experienced. He experienced 8 hours and 50 something minutes of pure fucking horrible, excruciating pain
In that short amount of time.
before he fucking died.
Yeah.
which is insane. But yeah, it was just crazy, and there was also another anime moment too, because in that anime moment was when Chocolate is like pretending to play dead. He's like, I got you, I tricked you, you fucking idiot, and then his head explodes open with a fucking stag beetle, and it's like, when you got shot in the head, I gave that bullet life energy and turned it into a stag beetle larvae that turned into a stag beetle.
Yeah, it's like the very JoJo trope of playing eighth dimensional chess
Yeah, it's like,
at all times.
Like, I tricked you, but you tricked me, but I tricked you again.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's fucking fantastic.
I did the thing that you did not know because I did it off screen.
Yeah, and it's like, Chocolate is like literally his head's open, brain is like spewing out blood, and he's like, I thought you wouldn't do anything. Like, I thought you would leave me alone. Like, I lied, you piece of shit. And that's literally what he says. Like, I lied. You think a piece of shit like you would get off easy?
Yeah.
And then just proceeds to beat the shit out of him. It's so good.
It's so good.
Muda.
It's so fucking gruesome.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really good. He gets also hit into a trash can and then gets crushed. Trash.
Does he say Arrivederci? Is that?
No, that's Bruno.
I know, but they have Trish has one, Bruno has one, and Giorno also has one right there.
Nah, he doesn't.
Okay.
So that's JoJo. Have we talked about JoJo enough?
No, I don't think we have.
Next, we have the first Kappa transformation and battle from Sarazanmai episode 1. This actually ends up becoming a trope of like the majority of the series. Like it happens like once every episode almost.
It's like their stock footage, but the first time you see
First time you see it, it's insanity.
You love it every time afterward.
Yeah,
I love it every time afterwards.
I watched the first 2 episodes and I loved it when I saw it for a second time.
It's so good because like you get because in the first episode you get like the full Kappa transformation, like in most other episodes they usually just split right.
Yeah,
they're Kappas, and like you get the song, you get the battle, like it's I remember I think we all watched it together, at least the majority of us watched the first episode together when that happened, and like I remember all of us in the room just being like, what are we watching?
We were going insane.
Because I remember showing it. Because I remember I watched it myself after I heard y'all talk about it, and I told it to Jonathan. I got to see his reaction the whole time. He was just like, "What the fuck?"
It's wild.
It's good. It's
When they tap their feet, I get fucking. They do their little feet like clap, clap, and you're like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
You just sit there.
it's literally that video of that kid like.
Nobody can see.
It's so crazy though, but I know exactly what video you're talking
Black
about.
people in the grow crowd, please. Sorry, different thing, different bit.
We'll talk about TikTok later. And then the last thing on here is the end of Demon Slayer episode 19, which Patrick kind of touched on.
No, it's not
earlier.
the end.
Well,
It's the end of episode 19.
yeah, it's the closing moments of the episode.
And
Is that like that super hype shit that's really beautifully animated?
Yeah.
With fire and fucking shit. Okay.
because with episode 19, that's sort of the climax of the sort of the Spider Mountain story arc, and that's when the main character has his definitive stroke on the main villain, because up to this point, like this is the most aggressive and powerful demon they fought, and literally he gets beat down in every turn. Like his sword literally breaks during the course of their fight. So all he has is just like his hilt and like a little bitty step of a blade, and he's sort of like he's getting ready to fight, and then like, but at the same time, so he has a water ability, which is kind of like what his sword is based off of. So like as he's fighting, he's charging, he's getting his water sort of flowing, but then his sister, who's also a demon, is caught up in the bad guy's web, and sort of like, but he and his sisters are very close. They have this sort of like this simultaneous emotional moment where like as he's rushing, they're sort of like seeing each other, thinking about each other, and the main character remembers his father was sort of like this priest where he did like a cleansing dance through fire. And in that moment, the water waves on the main character's blade turns into flames, and then at the same time, his sister activates her demon power for the first time, and then it's just a simultaneous moment where like the bad guy's like caught in the flames of her power, because he has a spider web and the spider web traps around him. He's caught in the flames, and then then the main character takes his sword and cuts the spider demon's head off. And it's a series that has like superlative animation throughout the entirety of its run. this singular moment is just so awe-inspiring. Cause it's such a climactic moment, such an emotional moment of like not only their victory, but like the victory of these two siblings over like this long, treacherous journey into this one moment. It's such a powerful moment, and it's amazing to watch. Literally, it was such a big moment that it was like a top trending moment thing on Twitter.
Yeah, it trended worldwide on Twitter.
Yeah. I remember that.
And it really cemented Demon Slayer as not because usually anime kind of sticks to like anime world.
Yeah.
People who are into anime kind of watch it. It actually went mainstream.
Yeah,
it's My Hero level right now.
Yeah, I was about to say Demon Slayer got up to like that My Hero tier where My Hero is now.
Yeah. So expect that fun.
It's interesting because now I don't know if people like those people who are. I mean, it's really kind of pumping up that Japanese culture now because like can't think of another anime with that much exposure with Japanese culture besides maybe Naruto. Yeah. But even then, it's not on this level though. Naruto is like that's a kid's anime to a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, especially the first part of Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
how he's crying to his dad.
Jonathan, have you seen that clip from Demon Slayer?
Yes, I've seen that clip.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's
because like you couldn't escape that GIF being shared around.
Yeah,
everywhere.
like the whole video clip, and then, like it was so crazy because it went viral like the day that episode came out too, which is just crazy fast exposure. Like I feel like even with the Mob kind of had a similar scene this season where it was just like so incredibly animated, but it didn't even really go viral.
No,
like that.
It didn't. It made its rounds.
Yeah, it made its rounds, but it didn't like trend on Twitter.
No.
Like I feel like we haven't had anything anime related trend on Twitter
came out this year.
since.
Which is funny. There was something that wasn't anime related, but it was cartoon related that trended on Twitter, and I can't say what it was.
Oh yeah.
Well, I will say it was volleyball.
What?
So it had something to do with Steven Universe, and it was and then it was volleyball.
Shut up!
We still gotta watch the movie
And see future.
I still have to finish season 4.
Here we are. Future.
So
Whoa!
Up next, food of the year. Patrick, I'm gonna let you read off that first one. I feel like that was kind of your creation. That was a group thing. I mean, it was, but I think Patrick was the first one on the episode. I listened to that episode recently. I think Patrick was the first one that
I just love that laugh.
Called it that. Yeah, no, that's.
We have a few things on the list, but this one is a very specific to us, as sort of like a food item, because Tanner and Cody, they weren't there for it. But this is throwing back to earlier in the summer where we did our crazy fast food taste test. We tried the Cheeto KFC sandwich and also the Cheeto chicken nuggets. And what gave the chicken nuggets their little spice was a culinary creation that we decided to dub Cheeto slime.
Yeah.
Bright ass orange goo that they dump these nuggets in.
Yep.
And it's just like it has an intensity of flavor that human beings just aren't meant to feel or capable.
Oh my God.
Of really
I committed a crime.
No, like
Everyone in the group
it affected us. Like
I've had this before. I've had that. I licked the box.
It's so good.
It's like our DNA has been altered.
I became a monster. I mean, I lick boxes all the time, but
we're a bunch of goo men now.
Goop. We just turned into radioactive goop.
Yeah.
But I usually just like dip my finger in the extra and just that's some good stuff. Okay, I actually ripped that fucking box open and was licking the inside of that box so I could eat them.
Yeah, Cody will send us messages like, "Hey, can you guys get me some Cheeto goo slime?"
He's like, "I can't. The elevator's broke. I have to have some Cheeto
I need that Cheeto slime, man. Cheeto slime.
Yeah, he paid Wenzel $200 for a box.
Yeah.
KFC, can you just release Cheeto slime? Just like put it like a drink. Put
What if they release it as like a sauce? What if they just called it like Cheeto sauce? That would be so gross.
Okay, but the thing
I would
is,
eat it.
we should be like, "Hey, call it Cheeto slime. Give us money."
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, we came up with it.
Or just give us a lifetime supply of Cheeto slime.
No, I don't know if I want that.
A lifetime supply would be pretty short because you would die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good deal.
Look,
Two packets.
you guys can have Cheeto slime. I want money from Cheeto slime.
I don't know.
The thing is, no one else wants it.
I don't know. Cody was paying me $200 for a box.
Cody's Cody. He just had his hand in his pants.
Yeah, I did.
Also, I've seen Cody eat chicken nuggets and barbecue sauce like a bowl of cereal before. So, like, that's the audience.
And the
for
thing
playing.
is,
Y'all
like,
just don't understand the love I have for spoons.
I was gonna say the love for food because anytime Cody eats anything, it's very sensual.
What?
Yeah, I'm sucking on this little
Cody
candy
cut
here.
the burger with a knife and a fork.
That's a horny way to eat a burger.
It is. And did you see him lick the fucking blade? That is horny as
Were you
fuck.
getting hard on
You're the
it?
one that said it was horny, bitch. Let me see your dick.
I don't think I licked the blade. Where are you getting this from?
I don't know.
You know, I wasn't even questioning it. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. There's ketchup on the knife, probably.
The only reason why I said it was sensual is just because I remember this one time a year ago is when Cody was spreading sauce on a bun and he like did it like this.
Like a normal person.
Why do you remember that? Oh wait, you're just telling me you're just like
When I cook, I do cook
Yeah.
sensually
On a bun?
because I am passionate about my cooking.
What is this? Like, just going around in a circle?
spreading with a fucking spoon, you animal.
What are you gonna spread it with?
No, it's just the way he did it. The way he did it.
You think
I am.
Was he like touching his dick while he was rubbing
It's
the bun?
it's almost like I really like cooking.
It's almost like no, you're eating a burger and you got you took the bun off the burger. That's not cooking. You're just putting sauce on a bun.
Plus, it makes sense with like Cody. There's an episode way back where he's like lovingly and detailingly describing his favorite sandwich, and it's really just chicken with mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah, it's just a chicken sandwich with
okay,
mayonnaise.
you can't-
5 minutes to say.
You can't say that I wasn't wrong.
I love food, man.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but I appreciate it. That's what I'm saying. I
He
appreciate it.
appreciates my.
I appreciate how horny you get when you
What
cook.
other foods are on that list?
Up next is the White Claw, which we still can't figure out who-
Now we need to know who did it. We're here now. We need to discuss. We need to know.
I think it's Cody.
I think I did it too. I don't remember doing it.
Okay, what we need to do.
I
Each of
think
us.
Cody had drank a White Claw. Was like, man, we got to talk about this.
Each of us need to go into a separate room with the camera and be
even
like,
had
I think
White
it was
Claw.
Cody. Write the name of who we think it was. Put it in.
I think we all think it's Cody, so it doesn't matter.
It's Cody.
Oh my god! I want to drag this out, you dumb bitch.
No.
Jonathan, you have been here. You don't get a say.
What? He's really been here for 6 months.
Kidding. I'm just kidding.
as soon as Wenzel said that, he started laughing because he's like, that was me.
That's the reason Wizzle started laughing, because it was really mean.
It sounded really bad. I was like, oh no, oh god, that's really bad.
Now he's leaving. Can you bring some
What if
sugar?
he actually left?
We gotta be quiet because the people in the hallway.
It was funny though because
Okay, he is actually.
I completely locked the door too.
He didn't wear any shoes.
He didn't wear any shoes. His
here.
phone's still here
His
too.
wallet's over there.
You think he's going to do a bit where he goes all the way down the elevator?
I think.
No.
And gets locked outside.
I'm sorry, Jonathan.
Can somebody come get me?
You know I appreciate you on this podcast.
So yeah, White Claw was here. I guess just for the bit that it caused. Up next we have.
I got more food, bitch.
What?
We're
We're
still
still
on the
on
fucking
food.
list. Pull up Google Docs, idiot.
You dumb fuck.
Up next, we're talking about the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Yeah, we are.
A spicy chicken.
It's good. That's
Thank
it.
Jonathan for going through the line to get in all this one.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
thank
that was
you.
the
Oh,
only
and I had to
time
go to
did
like 2 other Popeyes.
See, I appreciate it.
So the thing, I think we want to do a non-canon file, but I think the weekend we had actually planned for it the first time was when the sandwiches disappeared, and then the demand for them was so crazy. They came back at the beginning of last month, November, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the demand was so crazy we could never find a time where all 6 of us could eat it at the same time because it was so hard. Like there was Popeyes here that limited you could only buy 2 at a time.
Yep.
So I'm just going to go ahead and say the regular Popeyes chicken sandwich is fine. I think it's better than Chick-fil-A's regular chicken sandwich. I don't think it's as good as Wendy's spicy, but the Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich is
Immaculate.
it's truly the best chicken sandwich I've ever eaten. Like a restaurant, homemade, fast food, anywhere. The spicy Popeyes chicken sandwich is the greatest thing I've ever eaten.
And the only thing that makes it different is the spicy mayo.
Is that spicy mayo on it. But like the whole anatomy of the chicken sandwich, really, because the bun is just fluffy enough, but it's still toasted, so it's like it gives you a little bit of a bite, but not really. The chicken is perfectly cooked. The pickles are actually thick cut pickles. They're cut like bread and butter pickles, but they're still dill pickles.
And they get that little snappy crunch in there.
Yeah,
that
and
helps to balance it out.
Yeah, they crunch like fresh pickles, and then that spicy mayonnaise just brings everything together, and that's it. That's all you need.
And it's really not that spicy.
It's not spicy.
To me, it's like a comfortable level of spice.
Yeah, I don't. It's not as spicy to me as the Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich turns my asshole into a fucking lava shoot.
Oh, okay, not mine, but the Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich is definitely, I would consider hot. Where this is a very comfortable spice.
You know, tell us about your fecal stories.
I don't have
No,
any.
it doesn't do what Cody does, but like, cause my asshole is immaculate, perfect, no burns.
Yeah, that's Tanner. Tanner's like, I have a golden asshole.
You always know I come around. You know when I'm
show it.
Show us your asshole.
I have a perfect asshole.
Tanner Pixar, it didn't happen.
If I get a group pic of your butthole, we're no longer friends.
I'm not sending a picture of my butthole.
If I get a picture of your butthole, I respect you more.
we make that our group.
Are we bullying Tanner?
Our picture. I posted my butthole.
Reach out to us on Twitter. Tell us you want to see.
Let's put out a poll. Let's put out a poll.
No, we got to keep it confidential within our
Don't tell anybody about what we just talked
internal
about.
affairs.
So yeah, that Popeye's chicken sandwich is incredible.
I will say it is the best chicken sandwich I've ever had, but it is not life changing like everybody makes it out.
That's kind of where you. That's kind of the thing is
Yeah.
like best chicken sandwich is really good, but it's not like the bar has been. I feel like the chicken sandwich bar has been like set now. Like I feel like we now have an official set.
But my thing
bar.
is, I don't know how it could get better.
Yeah.
Put fucking money in my wallet while I'm doing it.
Oh sure, it's like if Popeyes wanted to sell me the sandwich and be like, and here's the $10 gift card.
You want to know the truth? What I think? A squeeze of lemon.
No.
Just a little squeeze of lemon.
I don't really like that with chicken. Now, if it was a cat, I mean, if we talk about fish,
What about
I think
a squeeze of lime?
Okay, now you're getting into like
What about
Chipotle.
what about a squeeze of cum?
I knew
Wenzel, get out of here! I'm sorry. I don't know
I
why.
was gonna do apple juice, but you
Whoa, that's grosser than what Wenzel said.
Oh my god! Jesus! What the fuck?
That's just it's like a surf and turf.
I will say that's actually the only chicken sandwich that I'm willing to eat pickles with.
Yeah, I do think it needs more pickles. I think 3 pickles. Not
Did
2.
not want that.
That's literally not what.
Chicken with pickles.
Oh, hold on. I would literally go in there and just eat their
I mean-
pickles, and I don't even like. I like
pay
pickles
for
enough, but like if I could get like a side of pickles with like a fried chicken basket, I totally would.
You literally have all the flavor essential components you need. You have the base of the chicken. What the meatiness? What?
Oh, Popeye should start selling fried pickles.
Get out of my head.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, they already fry everything. Just put the fucking pickles in there.
Yeah, and they're
I was
breading
just,
is really
I'm
good,
like,
too.
oh my god, I want fried pickles.
They
Right
already
now.
fry eyes.
Popeye give us money on top of the KFC money.
Man, fried
Please.
pickles just, and that's something that no other fast food place does is fried pickles. But oh my god, oh I'm gonna be, oh man. Okay, just go on.
All right, next we got the return of the Wendy's spicy chicken nuggets.
I didn't actually get any
I didn't
at all.
try any either.
They're still around, I think, because they're like a permanent menu item now.
I don't know what those are.
I just wanted to put them. I believe.
Nuggies?
I believe the year we first did this, where the Banter Awards was actually a part of the main awards, that Wendy's Spicy Chicken Nuggets actually won our Food of the Year. So I wanted to put their return on here. Just say, I think they taste different. I think they taste limey
Wouldn't know.
compared to the first time they brought them back. But I'm glad they're back. I really love.
Did you bring
Wendy's
some for
Spicy-
us?
Oh, it's covered in
It's mashed
mold.
potatoes.
Why? Don't steal my stuff.
So yeah, I just wanted to put the return of Wendy's Spicy Chicken Nuggets on here.
And then
So much that added.
And then the final thing is eggnog.
Yeah, I put eggnog after Patrick and Jonathan have really been rocking with eggnog. I've been drinking eggnog since September. As soon as I could find it in the store, I did. I did find a new favorite brand of eggnog this year because I used to drink only Breyers, eggnog, but the Southern Comfort eggnog
Oh, fuck me.
is
up.
incredible.
It's very thick.
Uh-huh.
It's very good.
Pat, how many cartons do we have?
We did we go through because we bought at least 4 cartons, and I know we used at least one up very recently. But yet we have 4 cartons of eggnog. Because what started, at least Jonathan and I, on the eggnog kick was that we went on a big Christmas themed bar crawl a little while ago, and one of the first stops on because each bar had a different
Special.
Christmas themed special drink list. And they had like this eggnog with rum chata, and it was like this creamy like rum, and it was amazing. Like as one who's very indifferent to eggnog, but the second I had that, it's like
It's
fucked up.
It's life changing. What bar was it that had eggnog as their special?
Downtown pub.
Oh wow, okay.
Downton Abbey.
Yeah, and we were like, what? We literally went up to the bartender. What's in this? And she was like, oh yeah, it's rum chata.
Is it literally just like rum chata and cartoned eggnog?
Yeah.
Man.
And then the bartender, she's like, put some eggnog, like I mean not eggnog,
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg? Yeah.
mix on it. And then just from then on, I've every chance I could get to try eggnog. I went to Cookout. I've gotten their eggnog milkshake. Like
It's incredible.
A ton of times. And then we just the other day we went out and bought 4 cartons. Big Jonathan, God bless you, bought that big old bottle of rum chata.
Yeah, for like only $30. I was like, I got a sweet ass deal.
Oh man.
The tiny bottle was like $25, and like he went to the right.
And when I'm talking about like a big bottle, I'm talking about like
Yeah, I saw a picture of it. It's a vase.
It's about the size as the Xbox Series X.
Whatever that size is.
Just put the context and like that. Jonathan and I and our housemates, like we had we had like a pre game for like our big Christmas party. We had eggnog to ourselves.
yeah, and our goal was to drink all of it before everyone got there because fuck everybody else.
Man, see, eggnog is like one of my big downfalls, especially like just cartoned eggnog because it's just all dairy. But man, it's so good. I've been telling y'all about eggnog for years. It is incredible. Everybody needs to drink eggnog. Carton eggnog. Make your own eggnog. My uncle makes an eggnog that's literally vanilla ice cream and nutmeg and rum, and it's delicious.
That's not eggnog.
I know, but still, he calls it eggnog, and so do I. So I don't care.
Nogging it up.
Yeah, but to me, it's always sounded so gross. I think getting into White Russians, I'm like, you know what? I can try this eggnog, and I did, and
It's great.
I've been making the poorer decisions in my life for the longest time.
Jonathan's been drinking eggnog since March. Is anybody else got a food they want to touch on?
I liked this one Reese's Pieces I ate.
What color? Was it an orange one?
Oh, orange.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it was red.
I just want to say, straight up, Korean food. Just Korean food in general. I'm not even going to say a specific food, because Korean barbecue's fucking good. Love Korean barbecue. Korean food in general, just fucking good. America, we're sleeping.
Yeah, we be sleeping.
We be sleeping.
Oh man, there's a wing place we have here that has a Korean barbecue sauce.
Oh, it's Wingstop.
Wingstop. Either way, it was good as fuck. I got food poisoning from it, but it was still good.
Man.
So,
Did you get the fries or did you get the veggie sticks?
I got fries.
Okay, because the veggie sticks, I can see where they could give you the food poisoning because they just keep them in like water on a counter. It's like,
But hey, Wingstop's voodoo fries, immaculate.
their fries are weird.
I love their fries.
It's like they got sugar on them or
Yeah.
something.
I know. I think they put brown sugar on them for real, but they're delicious.
I mean, they're pretty good.
So is that it for food?
Yep.
I think so.
Up next, shows of the year. When's I want to let you read that first one because I know you've talked about it a lot this year. I thought you had the list up. That's why I
No,
said.
sorry, my phone was turned off. It's The Boys.
Thanks.
Yeah, The Boys. Never read the comics. It's a show on Amazon based off some comics called The Boys, and I was like, I was watching it. When I watched trailers for it, I was like, oh, I'm kind of excited for it. You know, it seems kind of like it definitely seems low budget, but it's Amazon, so it's not like too bad in that. But I was like, but it definitely seems like it has more flavor than the CW shows, and fuck me, it did, because I knew it was a different take on the superhero genre, and holy shit, it's a different, it's
very
fucking insane,
dark but really good take.
Oh my god!
As soon as that one guy flashed himself through that woman, making her explode, I was in.
Yeah.
Because it was the first.
This isn't a spoiler because it's literally the premise of the show is that the main character Huey, he has a girlfriend and they were walking and they're literally like half an inch off. I can't remember what was the measurement they used in the show, but it's like half an inch off the curb.
That she wasn't even stepping into the street.
She wasn't even stepping in the street. One of the heroes, part of like the big group, the Seven, he literally runs right through her, completely just destroys her. She's like blood, guts everywhere, all over him.
Like he's like the main guy. He's still literally holding his girlfriend's
hands. That's all he has left of her. This hero's named A-Train, and whenever he's covered in blood, and he just looks like I can't stop, and then he just runs away. And the fucking reason why he even fucking did that is so shit. Like it's like because it makes you mad, and it's supposed to, because like it has these heroes where it'll be like, yeah, we're heroes, we always do good things. But this show is kind of like, in a way, supposed to be like, well, these heroes aren't as good as you think. They're kind of shitty, and they're covering it up because they're all kind of like, they're all under this corporation called the Vought Corporation, and they kind of like they fund media and stuff, and they also kind of hide all like the dark shit they do. And as Billy Butcher says, it's fucking diabolical.
That is good.
because he literally says like the shit that they get up to is diabolical, and it is, because can we get into spoiler territory for this?
No, I don't want to get too much into it.
Thanks for saying that off mic.
I don't really want to spoil. Don't spoil too much.
Fuck, I don't know then.
Sort of talk to I haven't seen it yet, so this may be off base, but this just sounds like an edgier version of Watchmen. In the sense of
it can't get that edgy. I feel like Watchmen's edgier.
No,
Watchmen's definitely edgier.
Watchmen.
Well, the things I've heard about The Boys, The Boys is a lot edgier.
No, The Boys is edgier. The Watchmen is like, I don't want to say deeper, but it's like it's not pretentious either.
This is, I think, The Boys. From my understanding, The Boys is like, this is like what happens whenever superheroes go bad, and like this is what happens whenever they go unchecked, I guess.
That's
the Watchmen is more like, from my understanding, which I also haven't read or seen, is more about like society and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, the whole like premise, basically the whole underlying idea of Watchmen is like, what if superheroes actually exist? Turns out the world would be shit.
Yeah,
this isn't that.
And the Boys is like, what if superheroes existed, but what if they're like everybody else, and then they have a lot of dark shit that they want to keep, hidden, and like,
yeah, I mean,
but then also like, what if they also go unchecked, and then like it just kind of like goes down a rabbit hole, because like also one of the big things about The Boys is like the amount of gore, and like in this it does not shy away from that. And then you have especially like probably the big, like, I won't say too much about it, but like the big hero is Homelander. He's just a ripoff of Superman.
Well, the whole thing then with The Boys, they're basically like a Bizarro Justice League.
Well, I know what I'm trying to get into is like, the Homelander, like, he's a shit person, but he's also like probably one of the most like tragic figures in The Boys, and you find that out like through the comics, but also like in the show eventually. I don't know what else to go into without giving too much spoilers. It's funny. It's very good.
Some death scenes are real fucking good.
Yeah, real fucking good. Really batshit crazy show, and I think everybody should give it the chance.
I think everyone here would like it. And
it's been on my list to watch.
I think so, and especially with the season 2 coming out, it's definitely like.
Please watch it. I want more. I think
I've seen up to episode 3, maybe.
It gets crazy.
Yeah, it seems like something I'd really like.
And the next item on the list is something which I seen that was Good Omens that came out back in May.
Yeah.
This is an adaptation of the Neil Gaiman book Good Omens, and it's was it 6 episodes?
Yeah, it's short.
It's a short series. It's also on Amazon, and it was so much fun to watch because it's about the story of these.
It's an angel and a demon.
An angel and a demon who sort of they sort of have their first meeting at sort of the beginning of time in the Garden of Eden, and sort of like how basically they one like the demon does something good and the angel does something bad, and sort of like the repercussions of that throughout history, and sort of their mutual sort of, I guess, relationship throughout history, and then
it's so like it's literally like because like in like Pat said the angel does something because they're in the Garden of Eden, and this is when Adam and Eve are like cast out, and one of the demon who tempted them, his name is Crawley at the time, but he changed it to Crowley later. He's like, dang, just throwing him out there like that, and Aziraphale, the angel, he's like, get away from me, like, but yeah, it's kind of shitty, and Crowley's like, where's your sword? You had like a whole flaming sword, a whole little gimmick, and he's like, I gave it to them. And like, you gave them your sword? And he's like, yeah, like to help them. And he's like, and Crowley's like, man, how crazy would it be if I did the good thing and you did the bad thing? And then he laughs and he's like, wait a minute. And it's like this whole thing where like you I can't remember who does the voice, but she essentially plays God. And it's like this whole thing where it's like God is definitely in control of everything. And it's like, it's just funny because like you have the angels and the demons. These are like minor spoilers. I don't know if anybody wants to get into this. I know Colt doesn't because he's a little shit.
I do.
Fucking goddamn it. Okay, anyway, read the fucking book. It's also I have it. I haven't read it, but I want to.
I mean, it's Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Neil Gaiman is top tier.
But it's like it's just funny because like you have all the angels and demons like bickering and they're all like trying to follow the great plan, and then it's like and it's just like, and like Pat said, it's like it's just basically like Aziraphale and Crowley and their friendship through literally human history and their little antics, and it's so fun.
Because it feels like, even though it touches sort of like these things about religion and sort of like the end of the world, but like just the chemistry between David Tennant and I forget the main of Aziraphale.
Fuck. Michael, is it Sheen?
Michael Sheen. They have amazing chemistry, and like they're just fantastic characters, and just to sort of see how they play off each other, because like Crowley, he's this demon. He's kind of like he's kind of like sleazy, laid back side, and like Aziraphale's very like prim and
uptight,
and he like it's a very sort of failing attempt to pretend, and like he does. It's like, I don't want anything to do with it. You're a demon, but then they obviously they care deeply for each other, and it's sort of like they just sort of like see the relationship as friends, possibly more because they definitely lay it on much thicker to do in the book. How like sort of like a romantic tension between the two.
Yeah,
and it's a beautiful story. And just a very fun story. And what I love about, plus there's the opening sequence I want to make mention of, because it has a very unique art style.
Yeah.
If you ever seen a music video for Monsters and
Men,
it's very reminiscent of that. And there's a lot of foreshadowing in the
yeah, it's very folksy, very fun. Very playful. Yeah, it's just like at some point, like I literally thought like, I want them to kiss because they seem like they're just so good together.
Yeah,
it's like I'd like out of all the kisses I wanted this year, didn't want it in the Rise of this one.
I was like, what is he saying?
This is the kiss I wanted because there's just so much chemistry and it's so good, and it's like you literally have two opposites, and it's just like they need to be together.
And it's very clear with the show's presentation that there's something more than friendship there, because they're obviously very close, and there's definitely this very transparent sort of like romantic.
Even if it's not that, even if it is just a deep friendship of friendship of friends loving each other, that's still great because I just love that in general. Like this is what made the show like really stuck out to me, was just that dynamic, and I loved it. I love this show.
Is it getting a season 2?
No,
it tells its story.
So it told like the entire story.
It told the entire story. There was like, of course, like it didn't tell everything. Like there's some like antics and stuff that are strictly in the book, but that's fine because it told everything and it was fun. It was great.
So it's just like a straight up 6-episode miniseries.
Yep.
Oh, okay. If you want to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, literally that. Very fun.
I put a show on here, and like we won't get too deep into it. Stranger Things season 3. I really just wanted to put it because I never thought something like Stranger Things could make me emotional, and maybe I could have put this in made me emotional. But like I felt things watching this season of Stranger Things that I've never have felt watching the prior 2 seasons, and man, I think David Harbour should win an Emmy for his acting like in this show because it's so good. Him and God, just Winona Ryder, just everybody in season 3 of Stranger Things like really hitting their stride with the show, and it's just phenomenal all the way around. I just wanted to make mention of that.
After a slightly weaker season 2, after a very impactful season 1, season 3 really does a good job at showing the growth of the characters.
That's good.
And it really did in season. What the thing is, though, season 2 was sort of felt like a middle episode, anyways, like a middle.
Yeah, like if I want to say I read somewhere that they had like the story for seasons 1 and 2 planned out, but they were only given like 8 episodes for the first season, so they were like, okay, we're going to do like half this story, and so it's like, then we can do these other. It feels like for me, like season 2 is not so much a retread in some ways, but it is very like that type of sequel that's very similar to the first one.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed season 2. Like even that one episode that everyone hated, like it wasn't particularly good, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, like season 2 was really strong, but I think season 3 is actually better than season 1, and I thought it was just great. I really thought Stranger Things had peaked with season 1, and like after watching season 3, I've seen that's not the case, and I'm very excited for season 4.
I'm with you there. I like this season. This is my favorite of Stranger Things. It's really good.
Please don't spoil it.
The final monster, really cool. He's a really cool monster, and the fight is really beautiful.
I don't want to know. There's a monster. That's scary.
I love how you covered your ears, but you have earbuds in.
I'll definitely get around to
And
it.
the new character in season 2, the guy with the mullet, what's his name in the show?
Billy.
Billy.
Dickhead.
He really shines in the 3rd season, and
Okay.
I thought it was very interesting how they took a lot of characters, not necessarily background characters, but characters that were like not on the sidelines either. They weren't the core kids. Mm-hmm. They took those characters, they put them up front, and they said these characters have just as much value as the main core.
I wanted to fight
and
the
I
kid.
felt like season 2 did that to a lesser extent.
Yes,
in a lot of ways.
yeah.
A lot of characters introduced in season 2 get a lot of character development in season 3, where you're not mad at it.
That's good.
The interesting thing about that, it kind of reminded me of Orange is the New Black in a way, how they tend to highlight each character, and I really, really enjoyed season 3 for that. I had a lot of fun with season 3.
That's good.
Is season 4 going to be the final season?
No, I think they got renewed for 2 more seasons.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell
So-
they're gonna do.
I don't know what they need. I do think at some point they got to wrap this.
I think
'Cause-
I definitely think it's going to have a definitive ending, but kind of like Orange is the New Black. I hope it doesn't, but I think it's
I
going to
don't
end up
think
going
they
a couple
could.
seasons too
I wanted
long.
them to
Well,
go to
one of the big
space.
issues with this show
the
is
kids are eventually going to get
the
old.
kids are eventually going to grow up, and
Yeah.
it's like,
I mean, they're
like
going-
everyone, like at least with it, like the adult segment of that story is nowhere near as interesting as the one with the kids.
Yeah.
what I'm actually hoping will happen with them is that they will go. They really need to end it next season. But if they were to not end it, if they were to end it next season, I would say hold off for like 10 years and then bring it back, and like they would get a double nostalgia hit.
I don't know. Like it definitely feels like it's something happens in season 3 that I definitely want to see what the hell is happening with that. But like it doesn't. And the thing is, it's also into one of these loops where like they could theoretically make content for this show forever. But like it's gonna because the thing that made season 1 so great is like everybody fell in love with the cast because the cast was so good and the kids were like super good and all cutesy and stuff. But now they're like shitty teenagers and nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, well, and also too, like I think one of the things that really helped with the first season was it was really at that cusp before the real 80s nostalgia
hit, yep.
And now it's starting to get oversaturated, so I think people are starting to get sick of it.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of the kids from there,
Sorry.
look what I got.
Okay.
What?
Okay, yeah, keep talking.
Can you hand me water?
All I know is I felt very uncomfortable watching kids kiss. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't like it.
Well, like,
I know, but I don't like the look at kids making out.
Yeah.
there is some like stuff in this season I wasn't a huge fan of. Not, I mean, whatever, but
So
just some.
So randomly at the place I work,
We need you at a mic.
So randomly at the place I work, we got this. I guess a promotional magazine for this. It's got fucking this big ass magazine and a full ass page of Finn Wolfhard looking like fucking John Lennon on the front.
He does. He actually looks like he kind of looks like Winona Ryder.
He does.
Winona Ryder.
Also, can we just go ahead and say fucking great name?
Finn
Winona
Wolfhard?
Yeah,
I was gonna say Winona
I'm kind of
Ryder.
imagine like
I like Winona.
Oh yeah, that's a good name too.
I kind of imagine like you have all these kids that are like like these scrawny little teenagers. And I kind of imagine like what are they gonna turn into when they get grown?
Macaulay
Because, like,
Culkin.
I was like, what's gonna happen? Because there's like some child actors that look kind of wonky, but they grow up fine. And then there's some that's like, oof. They have the
Macaulay
same face,
Culkin.
just older. It's weird.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin is an angry video game nerd videos, so he's doing okay.
He's in Red Letter Media a lot
Yeah.
too.
Have you seen Macaulay?
Here's the interesting thing also about this magazine, just a little tidbit. The reason why I wanted to bring it home wasn't for the giant fucking Finn Wolfhard. It was for in the middle of this magazine, there is an interview with your two favorite ladies, the Cork Destroyers.
What?
I'm not even fucking kidding.
Do they have like a video of him in the
Yeah, it has
magazine?
a video in the magazine.
Yeah,
fucking-
like and they open it and it's like "Cock Destroyers."
I personally
The robots.
I personally really enjoyed the large format of the magazine as well.
That's
thought
cool.
That was super interesting. as
Man, but like, it's just big enough where it's like a pain in the ass.
well.
Yeah.
That's how tall the new Xbox is.
Oh,
Seriously?
I don't know.
no, but
That's how big I imagine.
That's
Yeah.
that's about how
'Cause
tall I imagine it.
because that's like what over a foot long.
I would say I just think it's gonna literally be a tower,
Yeah, they have a lot of
like
different-
a
Yeah, it's gonna have the Eye of Mordor.
yeah.
Colt, you want to touch on our next show?
Do it,
What's the hell's his next show?
do it. He has a gun.
Oh fuck! I think you should leave.
I think you should leave.
I think you all should leave.
Oh, is that?
Get out. Are we still doing the Cody's bit?
I don't know. He distracted me for a second.
Oh, he's looking for
With
cock
fashion.
destroyers. I think you should leave. The actual name of the show is I think you should leave. It is a fantastic sketch comedy show where the main man Tim Robinson is unleashed like a feral animal
Yeah.
at a dumpster behind an Arby's. It is the funniest shit I've seen in a long time. A long time. It's my favorite sketch
It's
comedy
so
show.
fucking funny.
It's so I got interested. It's so weird because this is like one of the few things I think at least me and Colt got into separately without one another's.
I've been saying people to watch it, and you didn't say, "Oh, I've seen it."
No, I
didn't tell me.
I just never said it, and I saw because I saw a clip of it kind of go semi-viral on Twitter. It was the sketch where it's like, here with these stupid fat bitches just eating brunch or whatever.
Slopping down pig shit with these stupid fat bitches.
It's so good. I was like, I have to watch this show, and I literally binged the whole thing in a day.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Where's it at?
It's on Netflix.
and it's getting a new.
What is it called
season.
again?
I think you should leave. It was funny because me and Cole got together because we had to watch the third season of 13 Reasons Why.
Which was we're not going to talk about it because it is a problematic show, but it's actually okay.
The
They
season,
gave me a 30-minute synopsis of the season, and it made me want to watch it because it sounds batshit.
it's crazy, but it's actually kind of good, which was really kind of makes me hate myself. But anyway, but before we watched it, we watched that, lost my absolute fucking mind because there's a one skit where Tim Robinson's character is at a magic show and he doesn't really get disrespected by the magician, but fuck, he found it for them. Don't throw that at my face. Fuck!
Wow, those are big. Nobody can see it, but there's wow, they are the cock destroyers.
Yeah, what a artsy photo too.
It really is.
I mean, you get into it too because
Oh shit!
Can we pause and just look at this?
This is
These are actually kind of cool pictures.
I do say I do enjoy the how big the words are.
It's not always like that. It's such an artsy magazine.
Yeah.
Man, I wish you
that's
would-
like probably $700 a year.
I like how Cody talks
Magazine.
normal voice, no mic.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
That's
Cock
why I think you
destroyed.
should leave.
Anyway, guy's getting distracted by magician. Not really. Goes back home to sleep in bed with his wife, and just his wife is just ignoring him. And
he tries to give her a hug. He's like, "I love you."
and she's just like, "I won't respect you, and neither will the children."
It's a very good show.
You just stood up there and took it. Like, okay. And then it ends with him going to the magician's show and then attacking the magician. You ruined my life.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say one of my favorite bits in the show is the party one where this couple was late to a party, and their excuse was, "Oh, there was a car crash. We got in a car crash."
It's like, but they absolutely did not say that it was because the babysitter was late.
Yeah.
But like Tim Robinson's character was like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could do this. It's like, well, we'll just make something up. It's like, oh, we got in a car crash.
It was a hit and run.
And then he was like, it's a hit and run.
Oh, is he okay? Oh no, we didn't check. It's okay.
It just escalates, and then finally, the guy heading the party was like, kept asking questions like, if you don't
stop asking questions about the crash, I will embarrass you.
He's like, I will embarrass you. He's like, I will beat the crap out of you. And he's like, are you being serious? Like, no.
No.
Wait, yes, I will. I will beat the crap out of you. I will kill you. Like,
Man, it's so good. I mean, there is singular sketches in that show that I hold on the same tier as I do like Key and Peele's best stuff.
it's yeah. Oh yeah. And there's one more sketch. This is perfect. It's one where it's Steven Yeun, Walking Dead actor. He plays Glenn.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He's having a birthday party and he's getting gifts. And he's like, and Tim Robinson's character's like, do you like the gift? He's like, yeah, I like it. And then he puts it away and then he's opening another gift and he's like, well,
if you like the gift, can I have the receipt?
And he's like, why do you want the receipt? He's like, if you like the gift, then you won't return it and I can have the receipt. So he gives him back the receipt and he's like, can I eat the receipt?
I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Can I eat the receipt? If you don't need this receipt, I'm going to eat it because you don't need it.
And then it's like you're thinking, oh man, this is crazy, and everybody's like, just let him eat the receipt.
Let him eat the goddamn receipt.
So he eats the receipt, and then his tummy hurts.
Oh, there's mud pie on this.
If it was a normal receipt, it wouldn't have made me sick. Oh god, it's like somebody who when wiping didn't wash their hands and got some mud pie on their fingers.
It's so good.
What the fuck?
Dropping mud pies.
This sounds right up my fucking alley.
It is.
It's amazing.
We may have to watch that sketch after we're done.
I honestly want to watch the whole show again.
Yeah.
Because it's fantastic. One more skit. Opening up a door the wrong way. And he's
Yeah, Colt showed us.
yeah,
all.
he's opening. He's like, no, it goes both ways. And he's just like, and he rips the door off the hinges. It's so good.
Okay, that's it.
That's all. I don't want to spoil any more sketches because it's absolutely.
Wait, I gotta know. It's not.
Okay,
it's
what
not an
you
entire
got?
sketch, but it's just. Oh no, she's got a gun.
Wait,
okay.
Is season 2 coming out next year?
I hope so.
I think
hope
so. I think so.
I don't even know what's next.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah, up next is The Mandalorian, which is something still.
It's a shit show.
I haven't watched the new.
It's an ongoing show, so obviously we can't get into like series-ending spoilers because it's still ongoing. Baby Yoda, man.
Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda.
I love Baby Yoda.
I love Baby Yoda.
Babu Frick too.
Babu Frick.
Well, that's not.
They so cute.
Babu Frick is cuter than your Baby Yoda. I would drown fucking Baby Yoda.
Fuck off! You've been saying that for the past 2 days.
Yeah, but have you seen Babu Frick? He was like,
Woohoo!
But have you seen Baby Yoda?
I wouldn't hurt
yeah.
any of them. What the
Baby
fuck?
Yoda.
Poop dummy.
Here's my favorite Baby Yoda pose.
Yeah. hey, here's my favorite Baby Yoda.
This is my favorite Baby Yoda.
this Walmart bag.
Hey, here's my favorite Baby Yoda bit. Here's my favorite.
Oh no!
Hold on.
Nobody's getting.
Here's my favorite Baby Yoda.
Are these callbacks to?
Yeah.
Here's my favorite Baby Yoda.
No one can see this.
Who cares?
If you're a real Mandalorian fan, you would know what scene we're talking about just from the noises we're making.
Yeah, the Walmart bag was basically.
No spoilers. I haven't seen the past 2 episodes.
I haven't seen the last episode.
I haven't either.
We're not gonna spoil anything just because it's ongoing.
We're just doing Baby Yoda bits. Here's another one.
Oh, that's good. I got it. That's all the scene.
Wait, here's another Baby Yoda bit.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I don't know what that was.
Remember in the episode, the heist episode,
Oh.
when it gets fucking dropped? Yeah. that was my Baby Yoda bit. Also,
That would have been hilarious if that fucking shattered.
Cody dropped a candy jar to do that bit. I thought it was gonna.
It was a glass candy jar on a wood table.
it's a thick bitch.
Why
Also,
would you bang it on your head to show how thick it is?
also to understand.
You picking this up? You picking what I'm putting down?
Ow!
Yes.
Stop. To understand the Walmart bag gift reference, go listen to episode 9 podcast.
Yeah.
Our Star Wars file. episode
Go
9.
watch our episode.
You
9
should
Star Wars.
probably listen to that podcast instead of
Oh.
seeing that movie.
No, another.
Actually, no. You should. I actually like Star Wars now. I love that movie
Me
now.
and Cody have switched because the more I think about it, the more angry I get.
But I told Jonathan today there's a canonical part in Star Wars that happened in Fortnite, and I thought he was gonna leave.
He's gonna jump out a window.
Yeah.
Only in Fortnite.
I was when Cody said to think of it like an anime. I have been, and I kind of like it too now.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Start thinking of it like an anime.
I did when she said no spoilers. I have all of the Jedi in me. I was like, this is straight out of Dragon Ball Z. This is a spirit bomb.
Oh, another Baby Yoda bit.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, eating the frog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to move on from these visual bits.
Colt, you have the last show on the
Oh
list.
shit! What is it? Love, Death, and Robots. An absolutely
that was a very good. Yeah.
fantastic short little series that they have. It's a bunch of different.
anthology series.
Yeah, it's a bunch of different studios, a bunch of different animation people coming together to make a show. It's fantastic. There's so many amazing and beautiful episodes of it. There's only like 7 or 8. There's not that many, and they're all like under 20 minutes. Some are like 5 minutes.
I forgot that was this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you
God, this year was so long.
if you love Delita, go give it a chance.
I've only seen one episode. It was the one of the 3 robots.
That's a really good one.
lost my fucking shit. Especially when the fucking just Hal GLaDOS ripoff robot was like, pass the fucking ball. Like, I don't know. Them playing basketball was a good shit.
I really thought it was last year, but yeah, I guess that was this year. Man, this year has been long.
yeah.
Punisher season 2 came out this year.
Oh my god, it did.
Came out in February.
Wait.
What?
Oh, fuck.
The one I would add is kind of like with Tanner with the season thing, like what you had with The Good Place. Just season 4 of The Good Place.
Oh yeah, The Good Place is a phenomenal show.
I haven't
you
seen
should watch
season
it.
4,
I
but
haven't either.
I need to watch
that's
it.
my way of shoehorning in the fact that was the thing I was trying to remember when we did the best old thing
Oh,
as
I
well.
thought you hated The Good Place.
I really like it.
No, he's been talking about how he likes it.
Yeah, he's.
It's literally
about it a
more
lot.
philosophy. It's
Oh,
literally.
I thought you were saying like I can't stand it.
No.
I swear to God, I'm jumping dimensions.
Yeah, you're like you're doing some crazy shit.
So is that it for shows?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So, up next is Lad's Choice. First thing on here is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5. We've talked about it. We don't need to touch on it. Just know that was collectively one of our favorite things this year.
Yeah.
Wenzel and Cole, I feel like we've also kind of
We did, but Wenzel, let's do it anyways. Gundam, no Gunpla. It's
Gunpla,
Gunpla
man.
specifically. What's your favorite kit that we've seen this year? Let's just do that.
This year,
Like you built it or you haven't built it, or
I haven't built it, but I will. I'd have to give it the Silver Bullet suppressor. I really appreciate its design. I really do like it. Love it.
Sexy kit. My favorite kit of the year so far. Haven't built it yet either, but from what I can tell, the mechanics and the joints and whatnot, the Barbatos is going to be slick as hell because it's more actual parts instead of stickers. Thank God. Please continue that. Really excited for the other Iron-Blooded Orphan series that they're releasing for the game that they released. Please just don't put that many stickers on it. That's my request.
Yeah, I have a lot of all the kits that I had. Okay,
I thought you were gonna puke.
all the kits I had though, I love all how they look. So, thank you, Colt.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Colt, the other thing on here you put, so.
Oh, fuck yeah. One of my favorite things I've gotten this year, one of my favorite things that I own, really, is the BB Pod that we got with the Death Stranding Collector's Edition, because I love little baby BB. Little baby.
Little Lou.
Don't want to get into story reasons why I love him, but he's also a baby.
Yeah, he's also, baby.
Oh, and my other old thing, Saga.
Oh, yeah, Saga's amazing.
Fuck!
Yes, yeah.
What a reaction.
I can't put that anywhere on this list because nothing new released, and I read it all.
Well, you could have put on an old thing.
But I didn't read it this year.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything
that's
Saga
true.
related
That's
this
true.
year.
That's true.
They didn't release a single issue this
Nope.
year.
No, they're on a hiatus.
Yeah.
But they said they'd be on a year hiatus. It's been over a year now, and
Yeah, it's been 2 years. Oh, not. It's not been. It'd be 2 years around May.
August. No, it'd be 2 years around August.
It's fucking too much.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
because how they leave off is like fuck.
I'm still missing, I think, 2 of the volumes that I need to read.
Fuck.
So
Can't get it. Definitely can't get into it then because it's fucking.
The last lad's choice that's written on the doc is TikTok.
On the clock.
The Kesha song, not the app. No, I feel like, and I don't know what this says about us as a group, but I feel like 95% of our comedy comes from TikTok now. Like just privately, and like we'll occasionally reference a TikTok on the podcast, but it's mostly like just privately. Like I mean, we probably send 100 TikToks around a week. Probably, it's insane.
I probably send the most.
Cole definitely sends the most, and then Cody sends the second most. I probably send the third most.
My
Pat doesn't
inbox
send
is full.
shit.
And Pat never sends anything.
I'm on there intermittently.
Yeah,
You'll know when Pat's on TikTok because Pat all of a sudden will just start cackling.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
nobody knows he's on TikTok, and then he just turns it around and it's fucking Foot Gummy or something. I don't know. But it's also interesting because TikTok, the dichotomy of TikTok has changed so much in the last 12 months. Where like I feel like last year it was a lot of like people doing dances and like there was some funny stuff on there, but this year it like really hit a peak of just like these really fucking funny people making TikToks.
And it's like it keeps like it gets that peak and then it goes into space.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And like trends on TikTok last about 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
And, like,
yeah. If you're not on TikTok for a month, everything that you knew is
changes. Yeah.
It's 10 years old in TikTok.
Yeah, like I went like I think a week without checking TikTok earlier this year, and like I got back on there, and like there was memes people were calling old that I hadn't seen yet.
It's like
in a week.
it's like that scene in Interstellar whenever he's reading or watching all the video messages from his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's like
it is that.
27 years have gone by or 21 years.
No, it's wild.
Yeah, and like it just baffles me. People are like you could look at like Vine and be like, oh yeah, I know exactly when this trend was going on.
Yeah.
With this, it's like, oh, this trend must have been happening. This, it's like, nope, it happened like last hour.
And
I remember when My Name Jeff was the thing for like 6 months.
yeah, but what's crazy is that like a popular TikToker could do a trend that's like 2 weeks old, and it will like trend again for a few days, if that makes any sense.
Like, y'all remember this? It comes back.
And then people are like, oh, the Vine is better than TikTok. Like, no.
And what's so crazy is people be like, oh, I'm doing such an old trend, and it's like hit or miss, which I feel like was
Hit or
just
miss is over a year old.
over a year old, but it was so prominent at like that of TikTok going from like Musical.ly to TikTok. It's crazy. That's like people like I want to do this old trend. And it's like a year old.
You know what TikTok represents evolution and being able to get with the fucking time, because Vine didn't do that, and that's why Vine fucking died. But you know what TikTok did? It evolved and got stronger. Survival of the fittest, bitch.
Yeah, my aunt had it on her phone and she didn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody can back it up, but he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
He just
Okay, here's a real question, Pat. Who sends the best TikToks, me, Colt, or Tanner?
Think wisely.
has to be cold.
Patrick, just know whoever you answered, the other two will not be your friend anymore.
I don't know if it's
Who you're willing to give up?
the best. Colt sends like the most variety.
Colt does send the biggest variety.
But I feel like I get some of the strangest ones from Cody,
I don't know if that's true.
and then Tanner sends like sends the most like generally appreciable ones.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's a
He
good way to
sends
say
the normie shit.
he sends the normie shit.
It's not all normie shit.
You're like I'm like over there sitting like you know the
Yeah,
shit.
Cody gets shit on his For You page, just like has 12 likes and 80 views, and it's just this fucking surrealist shit that nobody even knows what it is. And he's like, this is good.
I can't even remember what happened this year, but like what kind of blew my mind is that I think Tanner or Colt one, probably Tanner. Tanner sent me a TikTok of like some kid playing with like Kamen Rider toys. I'm like, how the fuck did this?
That was me.
It's like that I did with them. It's like, how do you find my TikTok?
I literally sent that to Patrick, and I said, this is Patrick.
That's
It
good.
was good. But yeah, TikTok, I feel like, has just been like a really prominent part in our group this year. So,
I'm on it at least 30 minutes a day.
it's like instead of reading Twitter at night now, I just scroll through TikTok for about a half hour. Yeah,
Same.
which I find to be much more relaxing and funnier. It
Yeah.
doesn't piss me off near as much.
Oh yeah.
So maybe try it if you're tired of Twitter. Just
Yeah.
scroll
If you
through a
miss
TikTok.
Vine, by the way, fuck Vine. At this
Yeah,
point.
TikTok's way better than Vine. I don't.
Yeah,
even
and
wanna hear.
anybody, because I still have people who are like still like part of that Vine.
I'm just
boomer.
gonna quote
They're-
this over and over again.
Yeah, and it's like they're pretty much boomers, and it pisses me off. It's like they're like, oh, I got like I saw this on TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok.
And like, don't get me wrong, the funny stuff from Vine's still funny, but I think the funny stuff on TikTok's funnier than the funny stuff.
Oh yeah, and it will last at least 1,000 years. Vine will be dust.
TikTok will be around long after we're
and
dead.
like, yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
So is that it?
Yeah.
And then our last little thing is our favorite episodes of the podcast of 2019. So I guess we'll just kind of go around, talk about our favorite episodes.
Skip me. I don't have anything.
I don't remember anything.
I have two. Could be because they're more recent.
Yeah, go for it.
But I really, really enjoyed the hot sauce one we did with Kanan, Trey, and Mel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one was really good.
That was really fun.
Myself.
I was sad I wasn't there for that one.
It was really fun. Kanan went madman. Him and Trey fucking mixed every single sauce, and it tasted pretty good actually.
Yeah, I'm just really glad Trey talked more on there. I really appreciated that.
Good, just with Trey, like he definitely does more like in a different sort of environment.
Yeah.
He was on for the replacements, if you remember, and sort of like there's a lot of big personalities on the replacement, so he didn't get as much shine, and that came through with the hot sauce holiday edition.
Yeah, I really love that.
And the other episode that I'm also, it could be because it just happened, but really loved the holiday shoot Star Wars.
Yeah.
And the Christmas movie one.
Both of those are the
Both.
horniest we'll ever be, and we'll never be horny again.
No, those are the peak of horniness.
You know,
That's a lie.
don't tell that lie.
That's a lie.
Wenzel was horny probably a minute into this.
Yeah, maybe.
Some of my favorite things we've done this year, I've really enjoyed both Without a Recipes we've done this year. I find those to be really fun. We did one for episode 100, and then we did one in July for pizza. And those are just like really different, and like I feel like that's people don't normally do that in audio medium, and I just thought that was a lot of fun. Really different than what a lot
And
of people
that pizza was still really good.
The pizza was actually really good.
Man.
As always, I've really enjoyed our E3 shows. That's some of the most fun I have on the podcast all year. I really enjoyed anime, which was May was completely dedicated to anime. I thought that was really fun. And I'm just going to say Star Wars Files, I think, was really cool.
Yeah.
Like, we held with it and did a whole year of just Star Wars podcast. I think that was really fun. But yeah, I think it's been a great year for the podcast.
Yeah, I think so too. And like we literally topped off like Star Wars. Our Star Wars files are finished. Like, and I think that's great.
No more Star Wars ever again.
Nope.
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
Anybody?
Well, I think one of my favorite episodes this year, just sort of, I guess, sort of like how it happened,
Pat, you need to pull that mic closer.
is when we did the Replacements 2. And I feel like that was just a fun episode, just because like how well the episode went with like none of us there. Quote.
Yeah.
How like it was just like 6 of our friends, and just sort of how they did their own show, and we had just a big reaction to it. And like, and all the people in the show themselves, they had a great time, and they really enjoyed themselves. And just like, from like a booking position, it's because we want to have our friends on the show, and then but be able to get 6 of them on the show, and all having
At the same
all
time.
great, because of course they're friends, but like first time, all except for Justin, pretty much their first time. And it all went super well, and it was so much fun just to watch them have fun.
Yeah. Also, I think it's very interesting that the last third of the year, that's like the second best performing episode we've released.
Yeah, it almost makes you want.
People love that episode.
It makes you think about us. Just a moment of silence for us.
Cornbread and chicken.
Another one for me was a food question episode, because it was just me, Colt, Wenzel, and Jonathan. And it to me, that was just like a really fun, like laid back, banter episode where we just talked about food, and it's like really fun conversation.
Yeah.
Like that. Well, it's just like a low stake episode. That was a lot of fun for me to do.
And that one was a lot of. I mean, I listened to it, and that was a lot of fun to listen to. It's kind of like
Yeah, you weren't there.
All I
Yeah.
gotta say, some of the shit Tanner sends that I said, I don't remember that. Y'all gotta pay me for some of the shit I said.
Some of the see, the thing is, it's so normal for us until you go back and listen. Like in the moment of conversation, it's like, oh yeah, that's Colt's funniness. But then, like when you get to like you go back and listen, you're like, holy shit.
Cole is the master of the one-liner.
I don't know how he.
And I don't know when it happened,
Yeah.
because it definitely was not there the first year of the podcast. But since the beginning of 2018, it's just fucking zingers all the time.
This is good, very
I have to
good
be
fingers.
careful when I'm at work listening to the podcast, because I can just die laughing, and it's usually 9 times out of 10 it's fucking cold.
Yeah, it's Cole.
I don't know why. I don't know where he gets it from me. Everyone else in the world thinks I'm funny except for you people, so fuck off. I've got not to toot my own horn here, but and also the first episode of last year, my own Cody's Culinary Quiz was my favorite episode of the year.
That was a really fun episode.
That was
I
a really fun episode. I'd really like to do it again, but
Some shade being thrown.
we've been waiting on you.
Well,
Where's it at?
Yeah, where's it at?
right now at the end of
I don't know if you know.
Go in your kitchen. Go in your kitchen.
Go in your kitchen
Get
right
us
now.
some
Get some
stuff.
fucking questions.
I'll eat some powders.
Let me dominate this again.
All right, so I made my own sauerkraut.
Okay, I don't want to do it.
Let me tell you, that sauerkraut, weirdly enough, like the cabbage itself, when I first ate the cabbage and noticed it had a little weird taste to it, that weird taste has doubled in the sauerkraut.
I haven't tried it yet.
You
So I got
because
2
it's
honking
rotten?
nasty ass jars of sauerkraut in there that I don't know what to do with. Burn them. I don't want to throw away the jars, but I also don't want to be outside like trying to get a whole freaking. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Fucking noise when you try to get something out of a fucking jar.
I can imagine your face too.
And then my fucking neighbor's like, "What the hell is he doing at the trash can?" I don't want to dump it out in here. God help us! At the stench that'll come out of those
Just
jars.
throw it out the window.
No, what you?
It smells like
Cody lives on an 8th floor for reference.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
it's honestly, honest to God, smells like shitty garlicky fart.
No.
In the food taste.
You know, I was
Sorry,
with it
Michael.
before fart.
Just burn it. That's what I was gonna say. Burn it.
The taste smells like a used baby diaper.
Why would you
know the
want
taste?
You've been sucking diapers?
No, I'm saying it's the smell of a diaper, like a used baby diaper, is the flavor profile.
Hey, I got a copy of Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh,
That's a reference for some people.
yeah. I got it. What? You customize your own lightsaber. Hey. You son of a bitch. I'm in.
No.
As the McElroy boys would say, that's that funny South Park humor.
Oh my god. Stop.
One last job.
Jonathan, what's been some of your favorite episodes?
I really love like all the essential viewings we've done. It's really cool to get that off the ground. I also really love the Star Wars files, in particular the Revenge of the Sith one, mostly because the behind the scenes stuff. Like we were, because it was at my and Pat's old apartment, and we were on a roll, and then about an hour in, Wenzel's like, we ran out of memory.
We talked for 20 minutes before he realized that we ran out of memory.
Yeah, 20 minutes just gone.
And then it took like 2 weeks to meet back up again.
Yeah.
But either way, that was still probably my favorite out of the ones we did.
And it was probably the one episode that we've ever had with that much technical difficulty.
Yeah.
It was a really funny bit in it where we explained the jump and the cut in that episode. It's a good bit.
And
Yeah.
it was called. They did that one too, wasn't it?
No, because Wenzel because
Wenzel was talking when it cut out.
and then the cut was like Wenzel was saying something. We've been waiting. Then it cuts off, and then he said for 12 days because that's how long it was recording it.
Yeah.
It's a great cut.
Yeah,
It did really good.
It's really good.
Just
Did I do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did that.
because
we had to
sitting
record
in
it.
your living room. I'm just going through these, and I was like, God, there's a lot of good ones. But one that I went back to recently and just died laughing was the Sweets and Swims.
Sweets and Swims
I don't
doesn't
remember
even
that.
seem like it was this year and it was in August.
What even happened to that?
Sweets and Swims is when we ate all the candy and just went on like a 30-minute sugar bender podcast.
Yeah.
It had the best cold open when Tanner started the shock jock bit, and it just went around and got more and more crazy.
Wait.
Yeah, when I was a shock, I was like, "What's up, everybody? It's All You Can Hear podcast here. This is episode, I think it was like 120 something. It's like episode 120 something."
And then
Okay.
it like culminates with Pat bringing up Candace, the farting porn star.
Yeah.
Candace.
Hey, Candace.
What's up, everybody?
Candace, why don't you fart in my mouth?
Try to catch this cucumber with your cheeks.
Please.
I forgot how off the fucking rails that episode was. That was probably the fucking wackiest episode we've made.
That may be top 5 most insane things we've ever recorded.
Hey, Cody, please fart on my feet, man. Please fart on my feet. My toes.
Is this a returning bit? I don't know it.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. That stink.
It's warm.
Oh, get that shit between them toes. Them little piggies. The piggies in the mud. Piggies in the mud. Little muddy little pigs.
Here's your coffee, a Jedi Fallen Order. You can have it.
Yeah, single player, baby.
Oh man.
I don't know.
It's that funny South Park humor.
I don't know.
Anybody else have any favorite episodes of this year?
Yeah, I do.
What?
I really did enjoy the Revenge of the Sith episode that we did, us talking, and then I loved all of our essential viewings. I'm glad we're doing that. I'm glad we're getting that up. You know, I hope we can keep making that better and stuff. I really love the thing essential viewing just because that was like first time leading it, did all right. Love the thing, and I love our holiday special and us making a Christmas movie just because they're so fucking horny.
Be prepared. They're pretty great.
They're so fucking good, and I love that so much.
Look at the new Animal Crossing Peach. Look how thick,
It's
like dummy thick peach.
Damn,
Jesus.
I just spit everywhere.
Wenzel was unleashed in those last 2 Christmas episodes.
Oh no, that was me at 50% of my power.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I've really liked that we've been able to get a lot of new people on the podcast this year. Jonathan's become a regular member at this point, but like Liz came on the podcast for first time this year. We got Justin on a few more times. Lucas came on a few times. Got Mel and Trey on finally. Canon has been on quite a few episodes this year. So I'm really glad that we've been able to bring more people into our little circle.
Yeah.
So that's been really cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this new decade. I hope we can get like just as many people in, even more.
Yeah.
For sure.
Looking
Don't
at
try
you,
to fucking one up me.
Godzilla. I
Make
want
Bake
Godzilla.
Create was also really good.
Yeah, Make
yeah.
Bake Creates this year have been a lot of fun. Make Bake Create 4, 2020.
at the park his first time on.
Yeah, fuck her.
Dude,
It was
Jonathan-
stolen. It was stolen from me.
I'm saying Jonathan's like the hidden ninja cook. He's good.
I am
He's
the
real
king that will sit on top of the world.
Man.
Makes like hella good chicky biscuits at the house.
Really
Dude,
fucking good.
I dream
Ooh.
about that one time we came to record the anime episode.
Yeah.
and
Ooh.
I dream of that chicken and
Those biscuits.
biscuit and that gravy.
Fucking good.
Even though the gravy was boxed, I don't give a
Oh
fuck.
yeah, it was just in the fucking
Yeah,
pack. 'Cause the gravy's really hard to make.
but man, that chicken.
It's not.
The Clue episode.
I'll
we did,
teach
that was
you,
a lot of fun,
bitch.
too.
Which episode?
We always played Clue.
oh fuck!
That blue was awesome. That was so
God.
good.
We gotta do another board game episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
was so
all
fun.
of our bits.
Hey,
perp.
Yeah. Oh, that was you. Yeah. There was something else too. Oh, this wasn't a pod. We did it. We recorded a podcast on this day, but like, you know, this isn't. This wasn't something we did for the podcast. When we all went and saw the lighthouse, that was great.
Oh yeah, that was really fun.
That was a fun
A
day.
lot of movies together this year.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
like-
yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like it better than without these other two.
No, whoa! Heyo! Is that why you didn't like Jojo Rabbit?
Well, maybe.
Wait, you didn't like Jojo Rabbit?
No, I love
he
Jojo
loved
Rabbit.
Jojo
I give
Rabbit.
it
He liked it
five
more than
fucking.
me.
I gave it 5 fucking stars.
Oh.
Fantastic! Fuck Nazis, man.
Oh, what?
And
That's
on-
something else. No one said that.
Wenzel coming at it with a hot takes.
Cody's just looking at cock destroyer pics again.
Is that the 2019 Banter Awards?
Do you
I
have?
believe
favorite-
so.
Cody, read me a quote from the cock destroyers.
Okay.
Yeah, end this on a cock destroyer quote.
In October of 2018, despite having just wrapped a private gangbang for a paying clientele that included CEOs, doctors, and one police officer, the adult film stars Rebecca Moore and Sophie Anderson were already on to the next. The evening one was full, but we needed to recruit dicks for the morning, Anderson remembers, so they took to Twitter. Hi guys, look at these lovely big tits, Moore says to the camera while rubbing her 34G size breasts. You know what we are? We're fucking cock destroyers, aren't we, babe?
I think that's all of that quote we need.
Thank you, cock destroyers.
Thank you, cock destroyers.
Thank you, cock destroyers.
Everybody, say thank you, cock.
Thank you, cock destroyers.
Yeah, Sarah's like,
Pat.
I'm gonna get fired for this.
Destroyers.
Oh, thank you, cock destroyers.
Oh, I like Colt.
Thank you, cock destroyers.
I don't know what Jonathan was doing.
Thank you, cock destroyers.
Gracias.
Oh, I don't get that one. Well, thank you everybody for listening to the 2019 Banter Awards. As you know, on Monday, our 2019 AYCH Awards will be out, where we name our top 3 anime of the year, top 3 games of the year, top 3 movies of the year, and our top 10 songs of the year. So be on
That was gonna be real long.
Yeah,
be on the lookout
This
for
one
that.
wasn't as long as I thought it was.
No, it wasn't. This went on. We're at 2 hours and 51 minutes.
Wow. I didn't think this would be as long as last year's, and we're close to it. Thank you. As always, you can check us out on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Overcast, Spotify, all your favorite RSS feed catchers. We're there. All you can hear podcasts. Also, the Essential Viewing and Star Wars File and Non-Canon Files all live on the one feed. You can check us out on Twitter at AYCH Podcast, Instagram, AYCH Podcast, twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear. We're on YouTube, where all our Twitch VODs go. That's all you can hear as well. And you can follow me, Tanner, on Twitter at Tanner1495.
This is Patrick. This is Patrick. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for listening this year. It's been a great time. We hope to continue to please you and entertain you. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at John Lost His Name. Follow my art on Facebook at John Lost His Name Art.
My name Colt Femia. Follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. Jonathan showed me a terrible picture.
It is a very cursed image.
It was Tim and M. Tim Allen, Eminem. Have a good year. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, any holiday. Whatever you celebrate, happy.
What's that look for?
I'm upset with what this magazine is telling me right
You
now.
have rocks in your mouth. You just looked at him and you made rock noises.
Are they calling Seth Rogen?
Seth Rogen is real into pottery.
We can't talk about this. We need to keep plugging.
Okay. My name is Jonathan. You can follow me on Twitter and Letterboxd at John Odinson12.
Winslow, thank you for listening. You can follow me on Twitter at WinslowOking. You can follow my art Instagram at World of Winsy. Thank you for being with us for this year and bantering with us, and I hope we can banter some more.
He literally got into pottery because he wanted to make his own ashtrays for his weed.
Okay. Ted, do your plug.
But you know what? Are those all he made?
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
If you want to know, just look up Seth Rogen weed.
CODDOC11. Do that on Instagram and Letterboxd.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Cock Destroyers.
Thank you, Cock Destroyers.
Thank you, Cock Destroyers. Thank you.
Thank you, Cock
I don't want to end this
Destroyers.
episode with this. Jesus.